good. But really, really, Cleveland has to play composed, okay? We saw them the first week against Clinton just come out of their, it had all kinds of issues. Last week, we saw Cleveland turn the ball over. You can't do that against a good team like Walker Valley and expect to come out with a victory.
All right, Jason Hildebrand, thank you very much. Temperature at kickoff brought to you by Dale's Heating and Air. And right in the center of the field, it's going to be Noah Campbell, senior kicker for the Mustangs, to boot it from his own 40-yard line. And this rival game is underway. High, short kick, taken at the 24-yard line. Up, back to the 25. Looking for the 30, breaks outside. 40, midfield, blockers, 40, 30, 20, 10, and he's flag on the play, and he's out of bounds at the 7-yard line.
That's the kind of start that Cleveland was looking for. There's a late penalty flag down here for an illegal block, but Cleveland's still going to be in Walker Valley field position after the penalty walk-off.
Shropshire was the up back that took it near the 24, weaved to the right side, and then down in front of the Walker Valley bench he went, and a block, as Greg said, illegal block, and so that's going to be against the Raiders, and it's going to move the ball back a little bit, but an electrifying kick return by Shropshire.
Terry, if you're going to kick it short, you got to kick it high. Right. It was almost a line drive kick that gave Shropshire plenty of time to let the blockers get set, and he came up the right sideline, and great job by Cleveland right there blocking and creating the wall over here on the right side.
So it's going to be Blue Raider football at the 25 after the mark off of the penalty, 25-yard line of the Mustangs. So almost immediately Cleveland is in the Kia of Cleveland drive zone. If they get to the 20-yard line, they're in the Kia of Cleveland drive zone. Hubbard very, very late getting on. And now flags as we have three players moving at the same time. So Cleveland late getting the 11th man on, and then it's going to be called as the official's mic is much too heavy. He's going to have to lighten up the volume on that. 5 yards against Cleveland, back to the 30 of Walker Valley.
You have a 60-yard return, and now you've got two penalties in a row.
And first give, Davis left side, got a block on the corner and cuts it upfield. Flag on the play, and he's down at the 18-yard line.
Sarton on a hold. He's spun his guy. So we're 3 plays in and 3 penalties for Cleveland.
So Cleveland starting off not like last week where they had the penalty situation under control at McMahon. And this is beginning to look like 2 weeks ago when they had over 20 penalties against Clinton. And Cleveland is already back to the 41 of Walker Valley after they got the ball down to about the 10-yard line with a great kickoff return. Shropshire's return got them near the 10 before he was out of bounds.
First in Walker Valley for Cleveland here.
And that's
if they get to Walker Valley, they'll get a first down.
Pass, Hubbard, backfield, makes a nice fake, cuts it down the sideline, 35-30, and on his feet to the 20-yard line. What a nice move by Hubbard. The first guy just fell for air, and then he cut upfield, and great speed got him down to the 20. Cleveland wants to go first after a 21-yard pickup by Hubbard. Quick toss. It's going to be over to Trent Collins, and Trent looks like he's got a first down. He's out of bounds near the 12-yard line. Chains will be moved for the first time tonight. And this initial drive is brought to you by First Tennessee Bank. Make that First Horizon Bank. Quick give.
Nice recovery there.
Left side, nothing. He's stopped for a loss back at the 20-yard line. Big loss on the play. They go to the wide side, Greg, and Walker Valley was there and contained quite well.
Yeah, Walker Valley did a really nice job of stringing that out and gave their linebackers time to get there and make the tackle.
Stevens to await the snap from Dugan. And it's going to be Davis left side. Got an opening to the 10 and down near the 8-yard line. Jason Hildebrand, that hole opened up big time.
Yeah, and it's good to see Isaiah out there running with authority tonight early on. Cleveland just got to get this thing in here and do something and keep Davis involved.
And this time, Davis left side opening. Greg could have walked through, and it's a touchdown for Davis from about 8 yards out. Cleveland scores after 3 penalties, put them back at the 41 of the Mustangs, and that offense took over, got away from the penalty bug, and came up big time with Davis scoring again. So Cleveland on top. And here's a quick give, and into the end zone on a run and play will be Sawyer Boyd. Boyd, as Cleveland lines up like they always do, people everywhere, and Sawyer Boyd goes for 3 yards. It's 8-0 Cleveland early in the game, and we'll be back in 60.
Paula, tell us about how you came to shop at Chattanooga Auto Square.
Well, I was introduced to it from my husband. He purchased his first Range Rover years ago. Then occasionally I'd start asking him if I could start driving it. I would confidently recommend them. I mean, they make you feel like family from the moment you arrive. Being in real estate for like 34 years, you really come to value and appreciate the level of service that Range Rover gives you. Chattanooga Auto Square, luxury lives here.
Are you noticing cracks in your foundation walls, moisture in your crawl space, water in your basement, or sunken concrete in your driveways or sidewalk? If so, these are classic signs of foundation and settlement issues. You need a local repair team that can solve the problem with a lasting solution. USS has been repairing homes in Chattanooga and throughout Tennessee for 30 years. For peace of mind, schedule your free estimate today at www.usssen.com/Chattanooga.
And after the Sloan Bolaños kickoff, it rolls into the end zone. So Walker Valley will touch the ball first, Greg Phillips, at their own 20.
Well, Cleveland established themselves right there. So now Walker Valley's got to come back right here, and they need to put a drive together to do the same.
So Cleveland opened the game with a Shropshire tremendous return down near the 20. Cleveland came away with 3 penalties after 2 plays. And it was back to the 41 of the Mustangs, and then Cleveland took control, and Davis scored from about 8 out. Sawyer Boyd for the 2-point run. It's 8-0, and touching the ball for the first time will be the Mustangs at their 20. Dawson Strum is the quarterback, number 4. He's got a full backfield, and they were going to run with 2 blockers up front, and for about 3 yards straight ahead. So a full backfield for Walker Valley as they use, I don't know if they've used that formation much, Greg, but anyway, Spencer McCooch running for about 3, but there was three backs in back there with Dawson Strum.
Yeah, that's a very tight formation. Walker Valley typically spreads it out more, but they still got a couple of guys in the backfield with Stum.
Motion to the right side, and it's going to be again to the 25-yard line. Spencer McCooch running the ball. He's a junior. His older brother, number 8, Hudson McCooch, a senior.
Big play right here early in the game, Terry.
Third down coming up at the 25, so they need 5. Walker Valley with a very experienced offensive line, 4 seniors and a junior up front. McCooch, motion, and here comes the pressure. They have to throw the ball quickly. It's picked at the 14-yard line by Shropshire.
They call it incomplete. It hit the ground.
So almost a pick. That time, Strum, when he pivoted to his right side and looked for a receiver, there were 2 Raiders on top of him, and he threw that one before he wanted to.
Was A.J. Westfield in the backfield before the ball was snapped? I think he started in the backfield. He was back there so quick. I mean, Stum barely had gotten the snap and Westfield was already on him. Great job by Westfield, just creating havoc in the backfield right there.
So Walker Valley waiting for the punter to get out there. Here he comes.
That's
it's
hilarious.
Senior, Dylan True. So True late getting there. 4th down and 5. And here's True, left-footed kicker, high, short punt. It's going to hit near the 42 of the Mustangs and finally die at the 48.
Those things happen when you're not prepared and you get out there late. Those things happen. It's just Walker Valley is playing with not playing with great discipline right now, and that's Coach Akins, I'm sure, is on the sidelines talking about that.
So, again, great field position for the Blue Raiders. 2-0 on the year, ranked number 7 in the state. Walker Valley 2-0. And in 5A, they're ranked number 4 in the state. So Chase Stevens to get the snap.
McGowan's in the game.
I'll look up. You're right, Greg. McGowan in the game for the second series.
Yeah, I was told he would be in the game quickly.
Quick toss going to be caught by Hubbard, and Hubbard goes down. Might have got the line at best, Jason.
Yeah, you look at right there, and one thing, being a little bit critical of Hubbard here, if he catches it and just keeps going forward, he's going to pick up positive yards, but he started running backwards and to the sideline and got tackled for a loss there for Cleveland.
McGowan's first completion of the year. Up to then, he was 0 for 1. Deep down the middle of the field for Braden Carroll. He's got it. Is he in? No. At the 1-yard line, Braden Carroll on a deep post brought it in. McGowan laid it out there big time, and Braden Carroll ran under it. One-on-one coverage for the Mustangs.
Terry, we talked last week while we with the game delay of what a nice deep ball that Kason McGowan throws. He threw that up and just let his soon-to-be all-state receiver run under it.
And Big Westfield's in there as a running back. And it's going to be touchdown, Cleveland. Braden Carroll on the direct snap. I was waiting to see what Westfield did. So Braden Carroll again on a rushing touchdown. And for Braden Carroll, that is 3 rushing touchdowns on the year. A big surprise to me, Greg. No receiving touchdowns for Braden, but he almost had one on the big play.
Well, they're finding, he's getting double covered a lot, and they're finding ways to get him the football because he's such a dynamic player.
So Bolaños to attempt the point after. Green gets it down. Kick is good. So quickly here in the first quarter, with 7:17 to go on the first quarter clock, Cleveland goes to a 15-0 lead, and we'll be back in 60. Sports on Mix 104.1, supplied all season long by Wholesale Supply Group, open to the public.
Do you suffer from unsightly leg veins? Are your legs turning brown or swelling? Do your legs feel heavy, tired, or achy? Do you have restless legs or leg cramps disturbing your sleep? These symptoms are signs of bad veins. Dr. James Gooden at Milligan Vein offers an office treatment that can make you look and feel better, and your procedure is covered by most insurance. Find more information online at milliganvein.com or call Dr. Gooden today at 423-961-5682 and get rid of those bad veins. L&B Appliance is your one-stop appliance shop, locally owned and operated, serving this area for over 30 years. They offer sales and service. L&B Appliance, located on Durkee Road at Highway 64 in Cleveland, 423-339-3231. L&B Appliance, large enough to meet all your home appliance needs, small enough to appreciate your business.
Bolaños kicks off Cleveland up at 15-0, and we're not halfway through the first quarter as Bolaños will put it in the end zone. And again, for the second time in the game, Walker Valley has it at their own 20.
Bolaños has a little bit of a dribbling going right now. He's kicking it into the end zone, 2 touchbacks, and that's exactly what Cleveland wants to do. They want their opponent to start at the 20 and not give them a chance to return it. So nice job by Bolaños right there.
Let's see if Stum and company can get rolling here. They had a tough first possession, a 3-and-out. So we'll see what they can do here. A lot of pressure applied on the third down play by Westfield. So Stum out of the gun. And Westfield will line up right over center. No, excuse me. He's going to be over a right tackle.
Yeah, Westfield.
Now they swap.
Yeah.
So here's a give up the middle, and McCooch will be short of the 25. Good running that time by Spencer McCooch.
He runs hard. He just doesn't have anywhere to run. Walker Valley's stuffing it right now.
It will be snapped, hash mark, Walker Valley side of the field. Nate Carter in there, Westfield. And so, again, same set. Motion to the right side, gives them three receivers over there. It's going to be a give coming around and getting the ball, but nothing going down. They might have lost yards on that play. Roman Yulo, a junior wide receiver who had a great game last year against the Raiders, this time carries the ball instead of out in the pattern, and that one got nowhere.
I think you're right, Terry. I think he lost a yard on that. So Cleveland defense was not fooled by that at all.
So it's going to be 3rd down and 7 for the Mustangs at the 23, their own 23, second drive of the game.
Terry, thus far, I've been very pleased with Cleveland, with the way Cleveland is prepared. They've been ready for everything that Walker Valley's brought at them.
Stum down the right sideline, has a man incomplete. Is there going to be a flag? There's no flag.
There was a lot of contact.
There was some guys getting together trying to get open for the ball, intended for Yulo, but goes incomplete. He was a weapon last year.
Yeah, there was a lot of contact there, but no call.
So it's going to be punting time again, and this time Dylan True again out there, the senior left footer at the 10-yard line. Good snap. He gets it away, kicking away, this much deeper and higher, and touches a Mustang at the Cleveland 37, or it could have gone further. The ball hit near midfield and was rolling downfield, but a Mustang got in the way.
That's a terrible mark. He touched the ball at like the 39, and he gave him the roll. Wow. Hey, all right.
I want to say they gave forward progress on that, correct?
Apparently, because he touched the ball at the 39. That's where it should have been marked.
So anyway.
That's hilarious.
It will be official at Cleveland's 36-yard line for their third series here in the first quarter, leading 15-0. Davis motion. They're going to toss the ball to him left side. Two blockers in front. Davis is going to be brought down at the 42-yard line. So near 5 on the carry. Blue Raiders go 4 receivers to the left side. Davis. And he's looking for blockers. Although he had 3 people out there in front of him, he didn't get too many blocks. Only to the 44.
Terry, I had looked down. Was that a pass or a run?
Pass. So Davis on the reception. It's 3rd and 1 at the Cleveland 45. The pass going to be complete. Sawyer Boyd block out front. He'll have the first down, as Sawyer Boyd got a block from Trent Collins to get the first down. Another Cleveland Ford first down here in the first quarter.
Nice job by McGowan right there, distributing the ball, getting the ball to people in space.
Stevens fires. It's going to be caught. And across the 40-yard line inside to the 37-yard line will go Braden Carroll. And, Greg, I think you've hit the nail on the head a couple of times. Cleveland's defense prepared for what they've seen, and the offense settling down and converting.
Yeah, since those 3 penalties, they've played mistake-free football and have moved the ball every single play.
Davis left side, hesitation. He goes down, nothing there.
I spoke too soon.
Maybe didn't get to the line fast enough that time.
No, Walker Valley crashed on him that time and got to the edge and was able to get him down.
From the Walker Valley 39-yard line, Cleveland up at 15-0. Sawyer Boyd's second reception. Sawyer goes to the 30, and they will give him the 29-yard line, move the chains again. 4:19 to go in the first quarter. Cleveland up 15-0. So Stevens getting the signal from the side. It's going to be Collins to the right side, Twins to the open side, the left side. And a new runner in the game, and he'll get to the 25-yard line and be thrown back. Gage Parker on the carry, a junior. So Parker for a couple of yards. At the 26 of the Mustangs, Cleveland to the attack. Parker left side, and he close to a first at the 20. Yes, he does have a, and let me back up, short of the first. So Cleveland run that hurry up offense, and it's worked quite well. Parker goes out, Davis back in. Stevens. Davis left side, opening down the sideline to the 10, to the 5, and forced down. They are moving the right side of the defense for the Mustangs out of the way.
Yeah, they see something on that side. They haven't tried to run the ball to the right side yet. Every play has been off tackle or outside for Cleveland on every drive. So they've seen something on that left side that they can exploit.
At the 5-yard line, keeper Braden Carroll for a couple. And Jason, if they score here, it's going to be a huge first quarter lead.
Yeah, you're exactly right, Terry. You see, with 2:45 to go in the first, and if you're Walker Valley coaches, you have to be concerned at this point. The tempo that Cleveland's running, the drives that Cleveland's put together, and they don't have a first down yet. That defense could be sucking wind.
It's going to be Braden Carroll right side, and the flag on the play. Carroll walks into the end zone, but a flag went flying.
Yeah, there was a reason why he was wide open on the outside there. That end right there just basically took him and grabbed him and just turned him to the inside. So there was a reason why he was that open.
So wipe off the Braden Carroll touchdown run, and it's going to be the ball back to the 11-yard line for Cleveland. Second down. Goal to go from the 11. Clock will show 2:27 first quarter. Cleveland up at 15-0. This game also on mixedtv.tv.
Never mind.
So it's going to be Braden Carroll again. Close formation by Cleveland. Everybody in tight. Now they move the offensive lineman to the left side, and the power will be left side. And a timeout on the field. We'll take a timeout with Coach Taggart. We'll be back in 60. Sports on Mix 104.1, supplied all season long by Wholesale Supply Group, open to the public.
Are you looking for a new or pre-owned vehicle? Toyota of Cleveland has you covered with the largest selection of pre-owned vehicles in the beautiful city of Cleveland, Tennessee. With an expert sales team, Toyota of Cleveland would love to put you in the vehicle of your dreams. Top-notch service team, expert sales team, and the largest pre-owned selection. Why look anywhere else but Toyota of Cleveland? Exit 20 and online at toyotaofcleveland.com. Toyota of Cleveland cares.
Is your home too hot in the summer and too cold in the winter? At Central Heat and Air, your local HVAC experts, we've got you covered. Our top-notch technicians provide fast, reliable service to keep your home comfortable year-round. From installation to maintenance, we handle it all. You'll never be left out in the cold or the heat. Call Central Heat and Air today at 423-478-7778. That's 423-478-7778. Or visit us online at docsair.com. That's DOCSAIR.com. Central Heat and Air, your healthy home company.
The Walker Valley 11-yard line. Second down from the 11.
Spread formation. Cleveland has 4 wide.
And it's going to be a little toss, and dropping the ball is going to be Davis. He had room, but took his eye off the ball at the last second.
It's the first incompletion for Cleveland.
So
9 of 10.
Cleveland's used 2 quarterbacks. Stevens with most of the playing time, but McGowan came in and threw a beautiful deep ball down to Braden Carroll that was stopped at the 1. Stevens backs up, looks deep, left corner, touchdown. Yes! Sawyer Boyd looked like he was trying to hang on, Greg. Maybe instant replay would show whether his foot came down in bounds, but it's going to be ruled at the back of the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Sawyer Boyd's first touchdown catch of the year.
Luckily, he had a little bit of extra room there to get the ball because he bobbled it, and I think he still was able to get that 1 foot down. So nice job. Nice pass right there by Chase Stevens.
Yeah, Boyd just went straight ahead, and Stevens put the ball in the air before he made his turn to the outside, and the ball was there just in the nick of time, and Sawyer Boyd hangs on for his first touchdown of the year. Point after Bolaños. Good. So the Blue Raiders extend that lead to 22-0 here in the first quarter. We'll be back in 60.
Mix 104.1 is powered by Duracell.
When you need a new roof, it's all about trust. Your home is too big of an investment and you can't afford to make a mistake. Cleveland Plywood has the products and expertise you're looking for. Contractors have trusted them for over 50 years. Cleveland Plywood carries only proven products from reputable suppliers like IKO. IKO Cambridge is one of the heaviest weight asphalt shingles you can buy. Ask the experts at Cleveland Plywood to show you why that's important. Plus, IKO's limited warranties are among the industry's best. Protect the investment you made in your home. Go with the pros at Cleveland Plywood. Visit them at 2700 20th Street Northeast in Cleveland.
Paula, tell us about how you came to shop at Chattanooga Auto Square.
Well, I was introduced to it from my husband. He purchased his first Range Rover years ago. Then occasionally I'd start asking him if I could start driving it. I would confidently recommend him. I mean, it makes you feel like family from the moment you arrive. In real estate for like 34 years, you really come to value and appreciate the level of service that Range Rover gives you. Chattanooga Auto Square, luxury lives here.
And Bolaños kickoff goes 8 yards deep in the end zone. Greg, last year he wasn't reaching the end zone on kickoffs. This year he is.
No doubt. I mean, a great job. Again, that's a big part of the game. Is this part of the game? So Walker Valley doesn't have a chance to get a return, and they're getting it. Score for Bradley Central, Maryville tonight in a big game, big region game up there. Maryville's up 21-0 in the first quarter.
And, to be honest about it, not a surprise.
No. Maryville was down a little bit last year, but I think they were young. I think they're the real deal this year.
And it's going to be McCooch. Cleveland misses a tackle. He's still on his feet. And he'll go across the 30, 35, and actually that's going to be Javen Hall.
Yep.
Javen Hall's first carry of the game. The junior running back gets the first down for Walker Valley. Nice blocking at the point of attack, and Cleveland didn't have a linebacker where they should have been.
Yeah, that's a nice play and a play that Walker Valley needed.
18 yards on the carry. And give it to Hall again. He's going to be hit and drop 1 yard on the pickup. So Walker Valley needing new life, trailing here in the first quarter at 22-0 as we have 1:40 on the clock. Walker Valley will have twins to the Cleveland side of the field. Magooch will be the slot receiver. Stum trying to draw Cleveland off, but they don't fall for it. Gives a play, and it's going to be a give, and it's going to be Magooch back in there, and he gets through one arm tackle and will make it up to the 43-yard line. So hard running by Magooch. And third down coming up. The Mustangs need 5 from the 43.
Terry, I mean, again, they're at a point now, you've almost got to go for this on fourth down if they don't get it.
That's a good point, Greg. Cleveland, 3 scores, 3 possessions.
Yeah, you haven't slowed Cleveland down yet.
And back to either side, and Stum is hit as he threw the ball coming in there. Let's see. That was Cleveland hitting Stum was Jonathan West, a junior. So West comes in and hits Stum as he throws the ball. It goes incomplete. And so end of punt will be Dylan True. And Greg, I'm agreeing with you. When you haven't stopped them, it's hard to give that ball up, but that's what they will do here.
But you also haven't proven that you can get 5 yards.
Well, that's another point. Here's a short punt shanked, and it's going to be going out of bounds at near the 50-yard line.
Oh, a 7-yard punt.
Coach Akins fielded that one. He is not a happy camper. I honestly think right now Drew Akins could have squeezed that football in two, Greg.
Well, Terry, Walker Valley is playing first of all, with no enthusiasm. They're almost playing like they don't want to be here. I mean, this is not anything I've seen from Walker Valley in any of the Coach Akins era.
No, this is totally new right here.
And again, part of that is that Cleveland has come out and jumped on them and basically, had their way with them so far.
And the tight end, well, both of them actually, one will be a wing, the other tight end move to the left side. Cleveland runs that way. They are getting tremendous blocking to the left side, and it's going to be Davis across the 50 to the 43 of Walker Valley.
Yeah, you got a hold on Sawyer Boyd right there, so that one's going to come back, and Cleveland's going to get 10 yards.
16 seconds on the clock. I believe first penalty on Cleveland since those 3 quick ones.
They had one more. They had that penalty on the last drive at the 1 yard line. So,
yes.
But they're 5 penalties, 45 yards, but that doesn't show in the score. So they've been able to overcome it so far.
Wipe that nice gain out. Clock running. 10 seconds to go in the first quarter. They'll get the play off. Nice fake. Here's a pass, and going to be caught, but practically no gain on the play. And the quarter comes to an end at the end of one from Benny Monroe Stadium, Raiderville here in Cleveland, Tennessee. It's the Blue Raiders 22, Walker Valley nothing. We'll be back in 60. Sports on Mix 104.1, supplied all season long by the one and only Wholesale Supply Group.
Hey, it's Josh with exciting news from Wholesale Supply. I want to introduce you to Piper's Picks, now available in our Chattanooga, Cleveland, and Dalton markets. Thanks to our partnership with Piper Strummett and our friends at Progress Lighting, Piper's Picks brings you the latest trends and styles in decorative lighting. Browse our curated selection in our showrooms and make lighting your project easier than ever. Visit Wholesale Supply today and discover Piper's Picks, where style meets innovation. To find out more information and a location near you, visit wholesalesupply.us for more.
Turn your world yellow with Mayfield Dairy this fall. Whether you're wrapping up a workout or craving a tasty afternoon treat, our rich chocolate milk replenishes nutrients and provides high-quality protein to keep you going. Grab some Mayfield milk today and experience real, southern, sunny goodness in every sip. From our iconic yellow jugs to our delicious chocolate milk, everything tastes better with Mayfield. Turn your world yellow because the best moments are made with Mayfield Dairy.
Big crowd here at Raiderville tonight on both sides of the stadium, as it's going to be 22-0. Cleveland on top here. The first county rivalry game of the year, and Walker Valley will complete their schedule as far as inter-county games next week as they go to Bradley 1 week from tonight. Stevens for Cleveland fires and incomplete. Catching the ball, Sawyer Boyd, who had that touchdown catch a while ago, but he was hammered as soon as he caught the ball, and the ball goes incomplete.
Jerry Pugh right there with a phenomenal hit, perfectly timed. Terry, in the first quarter, Cleveland 161 yards, Walker Valley 33.
Unbelievable. So
McGowan into the game. Stevens out, McGowan in.
And also Sawyer Boyd, who took that hit, is going out.
No, I think Heat's right.
Yeah. Here is McGowan firing to the sideline, going to be caught at the 45, and Braden Carroll finally forced out at the 48. So Braden Carroll, and again, a ball in the air a long ways, but on the money.
Yeah, you're looking at, basically throwing it over here from midfield to the Blue Raider sideline. It was in the air for a while, and it was 1-on-3, and you just can't beat those odds.
Well, and again, that's a pass. You've got to have a good arm to make that, to be able to make that pass, and he's able to make that pass.
4th down and 2. Looked like Walker moved, but didn't get called. And a quick kick down the sideline and finally down at the 18-yard line. Stevens on a quick kick.
Yeah, but the way they did it the last time, they should have it at the 16, but they actually they must have corrected him that time.
So, a makeup call, Greg. So, we're early second quarter on Mix 104.1. Terry Evans, Greg Phillips, Jason Hildebrand. 11:30 on the first half clock. 22-0 Cleveland on top. So Walker Valley's offense gets the opportunity out there, and then McCooch will be the running back. And let's see, out there also for Walker Valley will be Isaac DeCampo. Stum still at quarterback. His first year as a starter. Good snap. And McCooch, nothing. Oh, he gets welcomed to Raider Field by A.J. Westfield. Westfield beat the 2 men in front of him, and McCooch had no chance. So ball at the Mustang 15-yard line.
Terry, what Cleveland defense has done is they've said, we're not going to let you run the football. You're going to have to beat us with the pass. And Walker Valley's going to have to prove they can throw the football before they can get anything going in the run game.
And then also, when Stum has wanted to throw, there's been hands in his face.
Absolutely.
So, a 2nd and 13 coming up. Stum rolls, fires on the run, pass caught at the 15-yard line to the 20, and upended, scissored near the 22. Tate Roundtree's first reception. Tate, a senior on this football team. Close to a first down. So, let's say a short 4 for a first down near the 30-yard line.
Walker Valley's first completion, 10 minutes left in the half.
Actually, let's correct that. 25-yard line. They need almost the 30. Stum trying to draw Cleveland off with the snap count doesn't work. Everybody set. McCooch to Stum's right. Good snap. Here they come. Pass quickly. Overthrown. And Braden Carroll almost had a chance for the interception. Couldn't hang on to it. Pass goes incomplete. And Stum, Greg, he's not getting any breathing room when he wants to look up because Westfield and company are in his face.
Yeah, Westfield, I don't know that Westfield has there's been a play that he wasn't in the backfield. He has been unblockable so far.
Dylan True again out there to punt. Left-footed, not straight behind the center, offset to the center's right. But it's, the last one wasn't so good, but this one better. Going to hit at the 45 of Cleveland, fielded by Cleveland at the 30. Here goes Hubbard. 40. Hubbard falls at the 45, trying to make a cut.
He doesn't slip right there. He had a lot of open field in front of him.
Clock will show 9:35 in the half. 22-0. Blue Raiders on top. They scored their first 3 possessions. So let's see. It's going to be Stevens there as a quarterback, and it's going to be at the Blue Raider 43-yard line here in the second quarter. All Cleveland thus far. 4-man line for the Mustangs. Stevens will have Davis to reset beside him. And now Hubbard comes out of the backfield, gets a little toss, and nice open field tackle at the line of scrimmage. Coming up to bring him down was Hudson McCooch. the senior came up, Jason Hildebrand, and made a nice play.
Yeah, it's interesting to see because one of the things I keep focusing on is how long Cleveland's had the ball and how tired the Walker Valley defense is going to be. But he made a good play on that ball.
Sawyer Boyd to the right side. And here's a give. They'll run that way. Davis waits for his blocks, cuts through. Good, tough running by Isaiah to the 48, giving 5 on the carry. And now Coach Tigert and company will look at 3rd and 5.
5 carries, 38 yards for Isaiah Davis right now.
Went for over 200 last week at McMahon, and this time Braden Carroll takes his eye off the ball before he gets it in his hands, and so it's going to be 4th down and 5. Cleveland has not sent the punting unit out yet. This one is at the 48 of Cleveland.
I think they'll go this time. Stevens punted the last time, but I think they'll go this time.
In motion will be Green. He'll stop to be a slot receiver left side. A lot of instructions as far as signals go coming in to Chase Stevens, junior quarterback, empties the backfield. 4th and 5. He runs to the right side to 40. Across midfield, out of bounds, and 2 flags. Going to be
should have been more than that.
Going to be against the Blue Raiders, and
Nate Carter just grabbed his man and just turned him and threw him on the ground.
So now it's going to be a punting team.
Yeah, and he did it in the open field with nobody around him. There wasn't even anybody to block him from seeing it.
Maybe Nate thought he was so fast he could do it and not be seen.
That was pretty funny.
I can tell you one thing. Nate has a smile on his face 99% of the time. He's one of the most likable young men you want to talk to because he'll make you feel better after talking to him.
Absolutely.
Except maybe when he's called for a hole. So spot foul, and it's going to be snapped at the 38 of Cleveland, 4th down. And Cleveland's first punt of the game. Low snap. It's fumbled by Bolaños, but he'll get it away, and it's going to hit at the 40 of the Mustangs and slowly die at the 34.
That's a big play by Bolaños right there.
It is, yeah.
To get that off because Cleveland has all the momentum right now. That's a momentum changer. And again, it was about a 30-yard punt. So, if he would have got 20 yards out of it, it would have still been good. But just being able to do that was a great job by Bolaños.
First bad snap of the game for Cleveland. Clock will show 8:12 to go in the first half. Cleveland up 22-0 here on Mix 104.1. This also on MixTV.tv with Steve Hartline, Stephen Shelton, Josh Rogers. Also on for the Walker Valley broadcast, 99.1 Sports
Fiesta
with Andy Morris and Jacob. Greg just gets wild about Fiesta. Here's a pass over the middle. Going to be caught. Nice catch. Yulo on a beautiful catch. Tackled by Hubbard, but Yulo is about 6 inches taller than Hubbard. Hung on to it. Hubbard was there, but just couldn't stop Yulo. Nice catch that time. Actually, Greg, was that McCooch?
No, that was Yulo.
I thought so, but then McCooch comes off, and so it was number 6, not number 8. So
Yulo has those penalty flag cleats on, so.
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah, those yellow shoes. But Yulo makes the catch. Nice catch. And up the middle, it's going to be Davis and pushing and shoving. They can't bring him down. He's got 10. He's got 12. They stopped him after about 4 or 5 yards, but he didn't know they stopped him, and he kept chugging and gets some yardage out of it. Javen Hall.
That young man runs hard.
Nice run right there. They needed that spark.
Yeah, that's a big spark for Walker Valley. Now Walker Valley needs to take advantage right here and get put some points on the board, and it needs to be 7, not 3.
Yulo 1-on-1 to the left side. Here's a give up the middle. It's going to be running hard inside the 35 to the 33 will be Javen Hall. Cleveland has Shropshire, who's about 5'8", as a corner on their right side, and Ulo goes about 6'3", 6'4". So there's the matchup right there.
Javen Hall, 5 carries, 38 yards right now.
Stum. Going to toss. It's going to be a reverse, and then back to Stum. Long way down the side. Touchdown, Walker Valley. A double reverse back to the quarterback. He fires a touchdown pass to Tate Roundtree. That was great execution right there. A double reverse back to the quarterback. And all that Roundtree had to do was not muff the ball, and he didn't. And got it at the 10, walked to the end zone. Walker Valley is on the board at 6:27 of the first half.
Terry, that was, very well executed by Walker Valley, and what a phenomenal, Roundtree was the only person on that side of the field.
We'll talk about that in just a second. Walker Valley's and unsportsmanlike against Walker Valley. I suppose they celebrated a little too much, but they'll have a 15-yard penalty on the kickoff. Roundtree gets his touchdown. Low snap. Somehow they get it placed, kick in the air, good. Give a lot of credit that time to the Walker Valley holder who got a bad snap. Caleb Jackson got it placed, and the point after is good. Cleveland leads 22-7. We'll be back in 60.
As a homeowner, I'm always looking for peace of mind, especially when I have a costly unplanned expense, like a cooling system repair or replacement. That's when I turn to the free eScore home evaluation program offered by Cleveland Utilities. This program offers invaluable advice from experts trained and approved by TVA. A network of contractors are licensed and insured, so you can be assured the job will be done right and inspected for free. Sign up online at www.2escore.com or call Cleveland Utilities at 472-4521 to learn more. Always looking for ways to help our community. We are Cleveland Utilities, your hometown connection.
Bradley Concrete and Lamcon Ready Mix is a family-owned business and has been serving Cleveland for 40 years. They work with customers large and small. Call Bradley Concrete at 423-479-4541 or visit lamcon.us to find out more.
As Walker Valley makes it 22-7. Greg, the surprise to me on that trick play was they had time to throw it, because when Stum has got the ball in the first quarter and a half, and he's had people all over him and couldn't get a good look downfield, and that time that double reverse back to him worked.
Well, the Cleveland bought on the reverse, and that's what gave him the time.
Absolutely. Here's return by Smith. Jayon Smith takes it almost 20, well, a little bit, let's give him 22 yards up to the 45-yard line. Jayon Smith touches for the first time tonight. A senior, one of the Blue Raiders that we interviewed on Meet the Raider program, one of the pregame programs on Mix 104.1. We have a coach's bench with Coach Tigard, Meet the Raiders with different Raider players every week, and, of course, Mark Smith with his program starting at 6 each week. Mark Smith's panel of experts. Here's a give. Davis, and runs right side, gets a couple of yards. The first quarter, all Cleveland wanted to do and was so successful was run to their left, and the last couple of times Davis has gone right.
6 for 41 for Davis here in the first half.
Quick toss, caught. It's going to be Braden Carroll, and he'll gain a few before going out of bounds right in front of the Cleveland bench as they throw it to the short side of the field. So, ball at the 48-yard line of Walker Valley. Cleveland needs 3 for the first. Boyd back in there.
They went to Boyd early at the tight end in the middle of the field, and they haven't gone back to him since.
Here's a pass.
That's a touchdown, Walker Valley. Absolutely, that was backwards.
Picked up. It's going to be a 50-yard return touchdown for Walker Valley because it was not a forward pass. Coming up, making the tackle, and Hubbard fumbles. Aiden Burns returns it 50 yards. Aiden Burns comes up so huge for Walker Valley to make this a ball game again. Cleveland led at 22-0, and now it is a 22-13 count. And Walker Valley to attempt the point after, as it was a backward pass, as Hubbard was behind the quarterback. So here's the snap, the kick in the air. It is no good. Hitting the crossbar was Dylan True, so it's still a 22-13 count. We'll take 60 and be back. This is Sports on Mix 104.1. Supplied all season long by Wholesale Supply Group, and you know they're open to the public.
Food. It's the right thing, but how you shop for it, that's all you. Order online.
Bread, milk, and fresh baked cookies.
And pick it up curbside.
Thank you.
Or have it delivered straight to your door.
Here's your food city delivery. Oh, thanks.
With Instacart or DoorDash. Nobody does food like Food City. And now get it straight from our doors to yours.
It's time to come home to Jenkins Deli, Cleveland and Bradley County's heritage restaurant for over 40 years. The owners of Jenkins have raised the bar in food quality, expanded the bar menu with new seating, new televisions. And now Jenkins has a Sunday brunch. You have to try Jenkins' new barbecue, including smoked pork and brisket. Live music on the Jenkins patio every Friday from 5 to 8 p.m. Dinner specials. It's time to come home to Jenkins. Follow Jenkins Deli on Facebook.
39 to go in the first half here at Raider Field. Good crowd, both sides of the field. 22-13, Cleveland on top. Greg Phillips.
Score for Bradley Central in the second quarter. Bradley Central 31, Bradley 0.
Maryville 31.
Bradley Central's playing a scrimmage and playing each other. Yes, that's my bad, Terry. Maryville 31, Bradley 0.
That game on 101.3 ESPN Cleveland, 101.3. Gary Ornby, Coach Earl Rowan. Here's Smith on the return. 20, 30. He may have a chance, and he falls at the 45-yard line.
So, number 48, I can't pronounce his name. Let me look at it. Correct. He did a blindside block right there instead of, and it wasn't even needed. He came across, did a blindside block, and going to cost Cleveland about 5, 10, 15, about 30 yards.
Yeah, nice return by Jayon Smith.
Yeah, that's a 15-yard penalty, plus it was way back at the 28-yard line.
So they're still discussing it, they being the men with the striped shirts. So Cleveland, a red-hot first quarter, and Walker Valley comes back with 2 TDs in the second quarter. It's a rivalry game. You don't count anything out when it's Cleveland, Walker Valley, Cleveland, Bradley against Walker Valley. Anytime those three are playing each other, then it's going to be a tremendous ball game. Breaks go against you, breaks come your way, Greg.
They didn't call that blindside block on Denatolis. They called a hold on Trent Collins.
So it's still back to the 20-yard line for Cleveland, and McGowan heads off, running hard, putting his hand down to balance himself. Davis will gain about 3 extra yards with that little balancing act. Here's Jason Hildebrand with scores.
Yeah, looking right now, Anderson County in the second quarter leads Bearden by a score of 14-6. Knox West 14, Farragut 3 in the second quarter. Fulton's beating Halls 7-0. Maryville over Bradley 31-0. And right now, Sevier County 35-0 lead over Lenore City. And Saudi Daisy and Loudon are tied 14-14 in the second.
Thank you very much, Jason. Some interesting games there. Here's a give. Cleveland hard to the right side over the 30 to the 33-yard line. Davis again carrying the ball.
That Beard score is very interesting. Beard's the top 10 team down to Anderson County. That's a surprise.
So at the 33, Cleveland, McGowan fakes, fires, sideline, going to be caught at the 42-yard line. And on the reception there, Braden Carroll. And it's enough for a Cleveland first down. So McGowan and Braden Carroll team up to get a Cleveland Ford first down. 4-man front for the Mustangs. Here's a pass, screen pass to Trent Collins. Makes one miss. Flags go flying. And so nice catch by Collins. Would have been a first down by a yard, but I don't think it will stand. That would have been Trent's second reception of the season.
It's a nice throw by McGowan, though, splitting that seam right there.
And holding against Cleveland, Trent Collins, another one of the Raiders we interviewed this week. And, Greg, I started out by telling him his dad is an entertainer. Is he going to be an entertainer? He said he didn't think so.
He didn't think so?
He didn't think he'd be an entertainer like his dad. So back to the 49-yard line. First down long for Cleveland after the whole low snap. McGowan, pass, screen pass, intercepted. Intercepted by Walker Valley, and they have the ball at the Cleveland 32-yard line. Coming up with the interception, Troy DeSikowicz. And so DeSikowicz comes up with the pick. Young sophomore quarterback McGowan just gave that one away, just a gentle toss into a crowded situation. So Walker Valley could pull within 1 point with a touchdown and a 2-point conversion.
What a tale of two quarters, Terry. All Walker Valley the first quarter and all Cleveland the first quarter, all Walker Valley the second quarter.
From the Cleveland 32-yard line after the pick. McGowan's first pick of the year. Here
you don't want to do that.
Stomp deep, right sideline.
That's a penalty.
Well, it was Yulo as the intended receiver. And
he had no choice.
Let's say that Cleveland took him out of the play.
Yeah. But again, Shropshire had no choice there. He doesn't do that. Yulo is standing in the end zone for 6. So, it's a good play. It's a 15-yard penalty, but it saved a touchdown.
Yeah, both corners cannot match up with Yulo.
Yulo is a weapon.
He's 6'3", 6'4", strongly built, and Cleveland's corners are not built that way. They go about 5'8", 5'9". So after the penalty, interference against Cleveland is going to be first down at the 12-yard line, so they can get a first without scoring. Stum gives, right side, breaking through, reversing his field, going into the end zone for a touchdown. Spencer McCooch. McCooch from 12. McCooch got to the line, had an opening, and then cut back to the center, and nobody home for Cleveland.
Nice cutback right there by McCooch. That's a really nice run and a wide open hole for McCooch there.
That's a big time play right there for Spencer McCooch. And Walker Valley late getting the 11th man on. And the Lamcon Bradley Concrete ready mix play clock at 15. Lamcon.us. So, different kicker in there for Walker Valley this time for the point after. Here's the kick in the air, up and good. Walker Valley pulls within 2, 22-20, as the point after was Noah Campbell. We will keep it right here. Jason, your thoughts about this first quarter and second quarter?
First quarter, Cleveland, aside from the penalties, really couldn't do any wrong. Second quarter, just very disappointed right now in Cleveland in the second quarter. You had these guys on the ropes, and they have not done the things that they needed to do to take care of business. And that's just the bottom line. And Walker Valley's made good plays, but in the same sentence here, they were going nowhere. They were going nowhere up to this point. And they made some good plays out there, especially defensive, but Cleveland hasn't helped themselves out at all in the second quarter.
Turnovers. The difference in the game. Cleveland 2 turnovers, Walker Valley 2 touchdowns off of those turnovers. And then the trick play. So Walker Valley, again, Walker Valley now has all the momentum, and that's, as with 3:50 left in this half, again, it's Walker Valley leading the way right now. And I think Cleveland got a little happy with that 22-point lead and kind of started coasting, and now they've got to find a way to get the momentum back.
Absolutely, as Cleveland was celebrating at 22-0 before the blink of an eye almost, and now they have a 2-point lead in Walker Valley with all the momentum, and here is Campbell's kickoff. It will be taken by Cleveland at the 10-yard line. This will be Jay Smith, 20, left side of the field, and will be smothered and covered at the 26-yard line. Well, Smith stood up a little bit too long, Greg, because by the time he went down, about 5 Mustangs were kicking him.
Well, and you got to be careful right there. Again, I get the fighting for yardage, but when you're fighting for yardage like that, it's very easy to fumble the football.
That ball gets knocked out, and you're in trouble again. So, yeah, he might want to take a fall next time when he's got about 3 on coming at him. As we have a flyover V formation by the Geese here of Mouse Creek.
Salute. It's the first time we've seen that this year.
That's right. Yeah, first flyover we've had this year.
3:39 left in this half. Cleveland needs a drive right here to get some momentum. Interestingly, Westfield in at tight end. That's the first time we've really seen him come in and play tight end.
And also in there for blocking purpose, Sawyer Boyd. And here's a nice run. Davis cuts back, leaps over one player, and will go to the 40. So about 11 yards on the carry by Davis on the first down. That will get the momentum back more so to the blue side of the field.
Yeah, Cleveland has running 3 tight ends right now.
Exactly. And here's Davis. Not much this time. He might have got a hard-earned yard at most.
10 carries for Davis, 66 yards here in the first half thus far.
And Westfield will stay in there. Also for Cleveland, Sam Sarton still in there. Sawyer Boyd in there. Those are 3 big men to block for you. Stevens, right sideline, double coverage, pass.
Wow. Oh, my goodness. What a catch.
What a catch that time for Walker Valley. It is Wood. Michael Wood with the pick.
Wow, what an interception catch by Wood right there.
As Stevens threw into double coverage, the ball just a tad behind the receiver, but Wood made a great play on it. So Wood stops that Cleveland drive.
45 left in this half. Walker Valley goes down and scores right here, takes all the momentum into the half. Cleveland better watch out coming out in the second half.
Going to be a strong second half for sure.
Walker Valley gets the football to start the second half as well.
Good point.
You can go. Walker Valley could go back to back right here and change this game completely.
Dosen Stum to receive the snap. Roundtree in motion. Here comes the end around, and it's going to be to the 20-yard line, and that's where they started.
Yeah, it was Ulo.
Ulo, second time he's been an end around to carry the ball. He's much more effective going downfield and catching the ball.
Yeah, they're trying to create ways to get, just like they do with Braden Carroll, they're trying to create ways to get Ulo the ball because he's such a dynamic runner and such a weapon.
and he's going to get a short break.
My guess is it's going to be one play.
Yeah, at most. So 2nd and 10 for Walker Valley near their 20. Two backs back there with Stum, and here's a give. It's going to be Davis, but not much there.
That's going to be Hall on the Javen Hall on the carry. Yep.
My mistake. Yeah. So Javen Hall, who Greg pointed out in the early part of this quarter, runs extremely hard. And we get a timeout with 1:48 on the clock, and we'll keep it here and give some credit to some people that we've not mentioned tonight.
Are you giving credit to me?
As we said, people that deserve it. And we appreciate our friends at the 24/7 movement and also at ATS The Bridge for helping us with our pregame setup tonight. Also join the 24/7 movement and make a difference, keeping drivers and passengers safe on our roads. In memory of Dustin and Brittany Dillard, find out more at the 247movement.org. ATS The Bridge raises awareness of the opioid epidemic, guiding people who are ready to seek treatment and encourage them to sustain sobriety once they are clean. Find out more at atsthebridge.com.
McMinn Central 14, Polk County 0. Knox Central 14, Ray County 7. Meg 6, Kingston 0.
So for Walker Valley, they look at a 3rd down and 8 near the 22. And here's a pass going to be caught. Nice move, but Cleveland hangs on as David Yancey comes up with the tackle, his first tackle tonight. It's going to be short of the 1st down. 4th down coming up for Drew Akins and company with 1:40 on the clock. Timeout by the Blue Raiders, their second timeout, and we'll send it back to Keeley at the station. A 30-second break, and we'll be back late in the first half. Cleveland 22, Walker Valley 20, back in 30.
Wright Brothers Construction Company Incorporated has over half a century of experience completing some of the most challenging projects across the Southeast, from moving millions of cubic yards of excavation in Alabama to spanning rivers in Virginia. Find out more at WBCCI.com. WBCCI.com. Wright Brothers Construction Company congratulates the student athletes and families.
Dylan True on to punt the ball for Walker Valley on the 4th down and 2. Ball near the Walker Valley 27-yard line. The lefty awaiting the snap.
Walker Valley needs a good punt right here.
Cleveland 10 on the line. And it's going to be True's punt, going to hit at midfield and roll out of bounds just across midfield. So good possession for the Blue Raiders. One timeout left and 1:31 on the clock. Jason, what do you expect here?
I expect Cleveland. On one hand, I think, the way things have gone, you want to play a little conservative and see if you can get something out of it. But I just don't think that's Coach Tygard's style here. I think you're going to be aggressive and try to get some extra points going in the locker room.
Yeah, you want some momentum right here. Both quarterbacks have thrown interceptions. It's McGowan in the game right now, but I think you're right, Jason. I think they've got to go after points and try to change that momentum here.
Yeah, no momentum for Cleveland after a horrible second quarter.
Hash mark near the Cleveland sideline. McGowan looks. Going to go to a safety outlet, and that's going to be Davis, and Davis is going to be hammered. He turns around and gets hammered by the 3rd and 4th Mustang. This Mustang defense playing inspired. When the first one hits you, you better go down because his teammates are going to smack you, and there'll be about 4 of them.
Yeah, Terry, I love the way Walker Valley gets to the football.
Davis almost looked like he was about to lose the football, hangs on and goes across midfield and close to another 1st down. The chains won't move.
3rd and 1.
But the marker, it's going to be 3rd and 1.5 yards with 40 seconds to go until halftime. Deep left sideline, 1-on-1. It's going to be Smith. He can't hang on. Great D that time. Smith had a touchdown if he could have hung on, but Walker Valley's Wood came in to knock it away.
It hit him in the wrong spot, Terry. Right in the numbers.
Right in the numbers, and I think also there was a hand in there.
Yeah, definitely a nice play. Yeah, definitely a nice play right there. But you've got, especially in a game like this, a game like that, you gotta make that catch.
It's going to be Cleveland looking at 4th and a yard.
It's a big play right here because Walker Valley could have some time.
Straight ahead, and second effort will get it. First effort didn't, but second effort will get it. So Cleveland will maintain possession with 31 seconds on the clock. Walker Valley with a man down. We'll have a stoppage in play right here.
Clock's still running.
After a hard run by Davis, Walker Valley hit him at the point of attack, but second effort got him a first down.
They blew the whistle to blow it dead, and they took 4 seconds off the clock. Now they put it back to 31.
So while they're attending to the injured Mustang, let us take a moment and again thank some people who deserve recognition.
Thank you, Terry. I appreciate that.
Oh, anything for you, Greg. The Southland Finance halftime show will be coming up in a moment. Southland Finance located at Peerless Road at 25th Street in front of Ace Hardware. And not before too much longer, Southland Finance will have that to themselves. Ace Hardware, who brings you the scoring updates, will be moving over to the old Cook's Food Store. So Southland Finance halftime coming up in a moment. Halftime stats brought to you by Waste Connections, wasteconnections.com. Also, let us remind you about First Horizon Bank. First Horizon will find a way. Key Street near Chick-fil-A, and also a location at 25th and Chambliss Avenue. And then Kia of Cleveland. Anytime a team is within the 20-yard line, they're in the Kia of Cleveland drive zone, kiaofcleveland.com. John Davis makes it as easy as 1, 2, 3 on South Lee. Clock at 31 seconds. And, Greg, as I was reading those, what injured Mustang came off?
Shantz.
So, hope things turn out okay for him. Cleveland looking at a first down. At the 45, we get a stoppage in play. Walker Valley will burn a timeout. So, a little bit of gamesmanship going on. Drew Aiken saw what Cleveland's formation was and called a timeout a half a second before the snap.
I'm not sure Cleveland realized that the clock was running. So Cleveland just ran 13 seconds off the clock right there, just kind of getting their formation set and all that. I think that Coach Tiger may have thought, and the Cleveland may have thought that the clock wasn't gonna start right there. So that hurt Cleveland right there. That takes them almost out of being able of scoring range unless they get a big one.
So Cleveland breaks the huddle, comes back on the field. Inspired Herd defense will be going back out there for Drew Akins. And, Greg, you know Drew quite well. You've got to ask him Sunday what the message was between the first quarter and the second quarter.
Yeah, I will ask him that.
Not sure. It may be an interesting reply. Here's a quick tie. It's going to be to Collins inside the 40, Collins down to the 36-yard line, but didn't go out of bounds. Clock is running. 2 seconds, and they got the play off. Here's the pass going to be caught at the 25-yard line. I think Walker Valley thought that the half had come to an end because the horn sound. Cleveland did get the pass off. A completion down to the 25. On the receiving end was Sawyer Boyd.
No, that was Collins. Actually, Collins again. Yeah.
So Collins catches 2 in a row, but the half comes to an end. The score at the half here at Always Entertaining Raiderville, the Blue Raiders 22, Walker Valley 20. And we'll have the stats, a scoring summary, the highlights of the first half when we're back in a couple of minutes with the Southland Finance halftime show. Back in 2.
Love supporting local? Then you'll love shopping with Crown Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Cleveland, your hometown dealer. We're happy to be part of this community and proud to serve you with the better way to buy and service. We strive to have something for everyone in our inventory. Come find your perfect rod today, and we'll deliver yours to your door. Visit your hometown dealer today. Crown Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Cleveland, the better way to buy and service.
Are you looking for a new or pre-owned vehicle? Toyota of Cleveland has you covered with the largest selection of pre-owned vehicles in the beautiful city of Cleveland, Tennessee. With an expert sales team, Toyota of Cleveland would love to put you in the vehicle of your dreams. Top-notch service team, expert sales team, and the largest pre-owned selection. Why look anywhere else but Toyota of Cleveland? Exit 20 and online at toyotaofcleveland.com. Toyota of Cleveland cares.
Are you tired of high cooling and heating bills every year? It's time for a change. Call the experts at Independent Insulation Services at 423-716-3762. Our advanced spray foam insulation can save you money and keep your home comfortable year-round. Don't wait. Get your free quote today. Independent Insulation Services, your spray foam experts.
Tired of living with pain? Center for Sports Medicine and Orthopedic Surgery offers cutting-edge tools and advanced technologies to get you back to the life you love faster. With us, you can recover at home after surgery in hours, not days. Our highly experienced team of physicians deliver the exceptional and personalized care you deserve. Center for Sports Medicine and Orthopedic Surgery. We're the center for pain today, gone tomorrow. Learn more at sportmed.com.
You're listening to Cleveland High School Blue Raider football on Mix 104.1. Supplied by Wholesale Supply Group. It's now time for the halftime report. Sponsored by Southland Finance.
Southland Finance halftime show here on Mix 104.1. Terry Evans, Greg Phillips, Jason Hildebrand, as Cleveland leads this one 22-20. Jason, a tale of two quarters there. How about recapping part of it for us?
Yeah, you really look in Cleveland. The first of the game was having a difficult time. They were getting in their own way with penalties, but they overcame those penalties for a big opening drive touchdown, and really was in control of the game. You look at the next couple of Walker Valley possessions, maybe 5 yards total, maybe 10 yards. I don't know, but the turnovers wound up doing Cleveland in the second quarter. You couple that, you've got two timeouts. You're trying to move the ball toward the end of the second quarter. Poor time management, in my opinion, in the last 31 seconds on Cleveland's part, especially with two timeouts. You could make make some progress down the field and maybe kick a field goal or even go for it. But all the momentum from that first quarter, Cleveland has none. Right. Going into halftime, Walker Valley has all the momentum. They seized that from Cleveland, and it's almost like Cleveland now has to come back and scratch and claw to get that back.
Absolutely. As the momentum on the Cleveland half of the stadium, the first quarter, and Walker Valley on the second quarter. Jason, let's go to next week. These two teams have interesting games next week. Blue Raiders will be at home. It will be a region game. It will be the first region game of the year for Cleveland. Farragut comes to town. Now, going into tonight's contest against Knox West, which is a really good state defending champ 5A team, going into tonight, Farragut 0-2, but those were not region games. Cleveland 2-0, but that will be a region game. You only get to play 5 region games. So next Friday night here at Benny Monroe Stadium, Raider Field, is a big game for Cleveland because it's a region game.
Yeah, you're exactly right, Terry. And to add on to that halftime score, West right now is up on Farragut 21-3. So if that holds true, Farragut's going to come limping in here to Benny Monroe Stadium at 0-3. But we're hoping the Blue Raiders can turn it around and have a 3-0 matchup versus an 0-3 matchup. Cleveland's just got a lot of work to do, some soul searching at halftime, understand what went wrong, understand what we need to do to correct it, and what we can do to seize the momentum back from Walker Valley.
And then for Walker Valley, they've had 2 games where they beat Notre Dame and beat Polk County. So this is first 6A team that they faced, and this is not a region game. That's an important rival game. It's a big county game as far as the interest in it, but it is not a region game for these 2 teams. And next week will not be either for the Mustangs because they're back in the city limits of Cleveland, playing down on the south side at Bradley next week. And, of course, Bradley, I mean, very few expected Bradley to come out on top tonight. They're down 31-0 to Maryville, and that's on ESPN Cleveland 101.3 with Gary Ornby and Coach Earl Rowan. But, Bradley a heavy underdog in that game tonight, and that's a region game for the Bears. But next week, Walker Valley comes to town, and so if Walker comes back and wins this one, then they'll be going for the county sweep at Bradley next week.
Yeah, they will. And, from what I'm seeing, I'm real impressed with Walker Valley. I haven't seen them all year, but seeing those guys, and like I said, I really thought they were very close to getting run out of the building in the first quarter. But, they kept their composure and made plays when they had to get themselves – they played themselves back into the game. Right. You could look at it as 2 sides of the coin. Cleveland played themselves out of momentum, but Walker Valley also made plays to get themselves back in this ball game. And like I said, I thought, first quarter, as much time of possession Cleveland had, granted it's not hot down there, but you could tell with the Walker Valley guys, the players were having a difficult time with their stamina. Right. There were guys tapping out, wanting to come out of the game. They needed a break. Yeah. And then because Cleveland kept having their foot on the gas pedal. But now things have changed. And really, honestly, right now, Terry, it feels like Cleveland's hanging on for dear life.
Right. Yeah. And so we'll see about an interesting second half. But next week, it'll be Cleveland at home hosting Farragut, their first region game of the year. And next week, Walker Valley will go down to Bradley. Yep. That's not a region game either, but so many bragging rights on the line there. Cleveland's waited 366 days for tonight, and they showed it the first quarter where they want revenge for losing 20-14 to Walker last year up at Walker. And this is 366 because of the leap year this year. But anyway, so they played inspired football like they wanted it in the first quarter, and Walker Valley got themselves up off the deck. It's like a heavyweight match, and one got knocked down and seemingly had the 9 count on him, but he's up and he's back in the fight.
And the difference in this game, and we've talked about it on air while the game was going on, the 3 turnovers for Cleveland. Yeah. 20 points for Walker Valley, 0 turnovers for Walker Valley. So there you have it. If you want to look to see how they got back in the game, it's exactly how.
So we'll take a 2-minute break as you listen to the Southland Finance Halftime Show on Mix 104.1. Halftime score, 22-20, Cleveland on top. Walker Valley's come back strong in the second quarter. And we'll be back in a couple of minutes. We'll have the Southland Finance stats at the half in just a couple of moments.
Captain, the ship's under attack. Asteroid storm coming from all directions. We need the best team to repair this exterior damage now.
Langley Roofing? Seriously?
Get Langley Roofing on the phone right now, Captain's orders.
Every season has its own way of attacking your roof from every angle. The quality and warranty of Langley Roofing performs so well at the best price. So when you love your roof, let Langley quote any repair or replacement. When you see a fit roof, chances are it's a Langley. Visit our family at langleyroofs.com.
Our legal system is complex, and your case may impact several areas of the law. Don't just hire a lawyer who focuses on one thing. Hire a team of experienced attorneys ready to handle your case wherever it may lead. Call Logan Thompson, one of the area's most respected law firms. From personal injury to criminal and family law, from contract disputes to disability, the team at Logan Thompson will work together to ensure you are well represented and well compensated. Logan Thompson, we fight to win.
Ready to take your career to the next level? At Tennessee Wesleyan University in Athens, our degree completion programs are designed with your busy life in mind. Whether you're balancing work, family, or both, our online classes make it possible to finish your degree on your terms. Degrees are offered in business, criminal justice, and nursing. Join a Tennessee Wesleyan family that's dedicated to your success with personalized support to help you every step of the way. Visit tnwesleyan.edu to learn more.
At Southland Finance, they are neighbors helping neighbors. Personal, installment, and consolidation loans up to $20,000. If you need extra cash, call the team at Southland Finance. They offer a convenient drive-through and an after-hours drop box for payments. Southland Finance is located at 950 25th Street, right in front of Ace Hardware. Call them at 423-458-3007 or visit them online at southlandfinance.net. All loans subject to credit approval.
The always entertaining Stephen Shelton dropping by. Thankfully, we were off the air when he was spouting comments. And
I respectfully disagree on the entertaining part.
Okay. And here's Greg to give the official opinion of the first half.
See what we got here, Terry. So from a scoring standpoint, obviously 22-20 at the half. In the first quarter, it was all Cleveland. 9:50 left in the first quarter. Cleveland Davis 8-yard run, Sawyer Boyd a 2-point conversion to lead 8-0. With 7:17 left, Cleveland scored again. This time it's Brandon Carroll after a 46-yard catch, then a 1-yard run, and that gets Cleveland up with the Bolaños extra point. Gets Cleveland up 15-0 with 7:17 left, and then with 2:10 left in the quarter, Stevens to Boyd for an 11-yard touchdown. Bolaños extra point. At the end of the first quarter, it is 22-0 Cleveland. Now let's switch teams for the second quarter. In the second quarter, first touchdown on a trick play, Stum to Roundtree, 33-yard pass. Campbell with the extra point, 22-7. Walker Valley off a Cleveland turnover. Aiden Burns returns a fumble, 50 yards for the touchdown. True misses the extra point. Excuse me. And then with 3:50 left in the half, Spencer McCooch with a 16-yard run. Campbell with the extra point, and that gets us to the half where it is Cleveland leading Walker Valley 22-20. Walker Valley statistics: Stum was 4 of 7 for 67 yards. And a touchdown in the first half. Spencer McCooch, 5 carries, 24 yards. Javen Hall, 6 carries for 40 yards. And Roman Yulo had 2 carries for 0 yards. So 64 yards rushing for Walker Valley in the first half and 67 yards passing. Hudson McCooch had 1 catch for 6 yards. Yulo had 1 catch for 18. Roundtree, 2 for 43 and a touchdown for Walker Valley, 131 yards in total offense, and they had no turnovers and 1 penalty for 15 yards. For Cleveland, Chase Stevens was 7 of 9 for 52 yards. Casey McGowan was 11 of 12 for 112 yards. Both had an interception, and then Hubbard had the fumble for Cleveland. So combined 18 of 21, 164 yards. Isaiah Davis, 12 carries for 74 yards. Gage Parker, 2 for 9. Braden Carroll, 2 for 2 with a touchdown. And Hubbard, 1 for -5. So Cleveland was 17 carries, 80 yards. Receiving, Braden Carroll, 6 for 77. Trent Collins, 3 for 27. Reggie Hubbard, 3 for 20. Isaiah Davis, 3 for 12. And Sawyer Boyd, 3 for 30 with a touchdown. So Cleveland, total gross yards, 244. And Cleveland had 9 penalties for 90 yards in the first half and had 3 turnovers, 1 fumble by Hubbard. And then McGowan and Stevens each had an interception. So that's your first half statistics. We're going to take it back to the station for a 3-minute break, and we'll be back. This is High School Sports, supplied by Wholesale Supply Group, back in 3 minutes.
Imagine a truck that doesn't just own the road, it dominates it. It's not just about the destination. It's about the journey. And our new GMC Sierra is elevating every moment of that journey for me. It's not just a truck. It's a lifestyle. Don Ledford didn't just sell me a truck. They saw the lifestyle I wanted, and they found me that truck.
At Wholesale Supply, we're more than just a plumbing, electrical, and HVAC supplier. We're your partners in success. Join our family of customers today and experience the benefits of partnering with us. Enjoy free local delivery so you can focus on what you do best, getting the job done. With wholesale pricing, you'll save big on every purchase. Plus, our fast, friendly support team is here to assist you every step of the way. Our vast selection from top manufacturers ensures you'll find everything you need all under one roof. Find a location near you. Visit wholesalesupply.us for more. And remember, Wholesale Supply, open to the public.
This is Dr. Brian Beard with the Center for Cosmetic Dentistry. We think going to the dentist should be a good experience and maybe even fun. You might see us dancing with our patients on Facebook or TikTok because we are changing the perception of going to the dentist. Life is short. Let's have fun and laugh and enjoy it. Come see the Center for Cosmetic Dentistry difference. Hey, let's do a TikTok.
ESPN Radio returns to Southeast Tennessee. ESPN Cleveland 101.3 FM is the new home of the Paul Feinbaum Show, Greeny, The Drive, and more of your favorite shows. Listen on air or at ESPNCleveland1013.com. ESPN Cleveland 101.3 FM.
Thank you for choosing Whirlpool, where we are committed to being the best global kitchen and laundry company in constant pursuit of improving life at home. For more information on Whirlpool, please visit whirlpool.com.
Smith Family McDonald's salutes all student athletes and their families for the sacrifices they make on the field, but especially in the classroom. Smith Family McDonald's, a Cleveland and Bradley County tradition. Visit Smith Family McDonald's all across our area. Congratulations to Cleveland High School on the next 50 years from Smith Family McDonald's. Did you know? The Town Squire presents the Student of the Month. Come in and register if you attend Lake Forest, Cleveland, or Ocoee Middle. Win a t-shirt or performance knit pullover, drawing each month of the school term. The Town Squire's new slogan, offering t-shirts to tuxedos and anything in between. Slacks, shirts, suits, sport coats, shoes. The Town Squire, locally owned and operated, the shop that appreciates the customer. Stewart Park Plaza, Key Street, Cleveland. Voitic Center for Orthopedic Care treats all orthopedic injuries, including neck and back pain. At Voitic Center for Orthopedic Care, insurance isn't a worry, because they accept all insurances and can even get same-day appointments or even walk-ins. Digital x-rays are even on site. Voitic Center is also a certified concussion care specialist. Contact Dr. Voitic and his staff at 479-3600 for your appointment today.
When life gets busy, Little Caesars can be there to help with hot and ready pizzas and more from 4 to 8 p.m. You can't beat the taste of delicious pizza at a great price and hot and ready for dinner. 3 locations, Paul Hupp, Key Street, and McGrady Drive, or order online.
Bradley Concrete and Lamcon Ready Mix is a family-owned business and has been serving Cleveland for 40 years. They work with customers large and small. Call Bradley Concrete at 423-479-4541 or visit lamcon.us to find out more.
Welcome back to the Southland Finance Halftime Show here on Mix 104.1 as we have the Walker Valley Band on the field now as Cleveland's band's already performed, so a little bit longer halftime tonight here at Raiderfield. Give an opportunity to talk about some of the best people around. First of all, let's talk about yes, Greg. You're more than welcome. John Davis makes it as easy as 1, 2, 3 on South Lee. Kia of Cleveland, KiaofCleveland.com. Scoreboard, Elders Ace Hardware on 25th Street. First down, Cleveland Fords. Timeout, Milligan Vane. Do your legs feel heavy and tired or achy? Dr. James Gooden offers an office treatment that will make you look and feel better, unless you're Greg. MilliganVane.com.
I bet they could make me feel better, but not make me look better.
That's what I'm talking about. Play Clock, Bradley Concrete, Lamcon Ready Mix, over 40 years of experience. Family owned, lamcon.us. Cleveland Utilities brings you the power punts in this game. Cleveland Utilities, your hometown connection, and home to Keith Arnwine.
Keith had an anniversary this week, wedding anniversary.
Yes, and he celebrated. The Jason Hildebrand Reports brought to you by Crawford's Pharmacy. Penalties, L&B Appliance, large enough to meet all your appliance needs, small enough to appreciate your business. Derrick E. Road and Highway 64, L&B Appliance. Thanks to Papa John's for providing pizza for the board ops back at the station. Papa John's is hiring. Apply at pjunited.info. And then when a team huddles, brought to you by USS, Chattanooga's waterproofing and foundation expert, USSTN.com. Chattanooga waterproofing and foundation expert, USSTN.com. Quarterback Sacks, Food City, one of my favorite places. Ocoee Crossing, McGrady Drive, and the new one on Georgetown Road. And now Greg Phillips to cover A to Z.
A to Z. Terry, it was, I mean, again, we talked about it but just a tale of two quarters.
Yes.
Cleveland absolutely dominated in the first quarter. Walker Valley had 33 total yards in the first quarter. Cleveland dominated that, and we're up 22-0. And then in the second quarter, Cleveland completely lost their mind. 3 turnovers. They ended up with another, 90 yards in penalties in the first half, 45 in each of them, but just lost their identity. I think they got complacent. I think they got that 22-point lead, got a little complacent, and kind of lost their identity there for a few minutes, made a couple of bad throws, a very bad turnover, and just absolutely lost their identity, and Walker Valley capitalized on that. Walker Valley opened their offense up. I think in the first quarter, Terry, Walker Valley tried to run tight formations. We talked about, 3 guys in the backfield and all that. In the second quarter, they opened up. They were 4 wide. They spread Cleveland out, and they were able to move the football a lot more in the second quarter. So what does that mean? That means in the second half, both teams made adjustments to fix those things, and it's going to be a fun second half. That's what that means is this second half is going to be entertaining.
It's going to be entertaining, so don't go anywhere. And then Hardy's Friday Night Blitz as soon as we finish here. Hardy's Friday Night Blitz on Mix 104.1. To bring you up to speed on all the options you have tonight here, Cleveland football on Mix 104.1. This game also on MixTV.tv with Steve Hartline, Stephen Shelton, Josh Rogers. This game also on 99.1 Fiesta with, 2 guys who have as much fun as any 2 can have out of a ball game, and
legally
or whatever. I'm talking about Andy Morris, Jacob Mason. Those 2 guys have so much fun doing the Walker Valley games, and I can imagine what their broadcast was the second quarter.
They do a phenomenal job. They really
do. They pour the heart and soul in it and entertain. And then a tough night up at Maryville for Bradley. That game on 101.3 ESPN Cleveland 101.3 with Gary Owenby, Coach Earl Rowan, and Greg. Jason and I talked about it for a second, but Bears repeating next Friday night, Cleveland's first region game of the year here at home against Farragut. Farragut going into the Knox West game tonight, 0-2 on the year. Could easily come out 0-3. Coming down here for the Cleveland's first region game, 7 o'clock for the kick next Friday.
That's a dangerous team, Terry, especially a 0-3 Farragut team. They're going to come down looking for a win and looking for that. I think Cleveland is definitely a better football team. Again, they've got to stay out of mistakes. They've got to stay out of penalties. Again, this is a big game, but that's a region game. So those are super important. But Farragut is not the Farragut of old, but they are still a very, very well coached and a very dangerous team. So you've got to come out and you've got to play and you've got to put them away.
And then also next week, big game down at Bear Stadium. Walker Valley will be at Bradley next week, so the hits just keep on coming.
Yeah, I mean that's a Walker Valley's had a tough schedule so far. Having to come up and play 6A both of those games 2 weeks in a row. We'll see how this one ends, but Walker Valley's going to go down to Bradley Central in a very tough environment to play in. Again, for the rivalry games they're different. You got to throw the records out the window, and I can promise you Damon's going to have his team ready to play against Walker Valley.
Jason Hildebrand.
Yeah, and you look and the benefit that Walker Valley is going to receive, what you're playing Cleveland, you're playing Bradley. That's going to prepare you to play the McMinn County Cherokees, the Ray County Golden Eagles, all those guys. So all it's doing is prepping them up for success. You go out here and you learn and you gauge yourself, you find things to work on, and you go out there and you handle business within your region.
And looking at that region, the 5A region in this area, and looking at the standings today and thinking about Walker Valley, from what I saw of McMinn County and what I've heard of the other teams in that region, to me, and this was, like I say, this was before kickoff tonight, I think Walker Valley is a team for Region 5. I think they can get the region championship of this local Region 5.
They're definitely the team to beat. I think Ray County is going to get. Ray County is a very well coached team. I think they're going to get better as the year progresses. Obviously, McMinn County is always a tough team to play. But yeah, I think Walker Valley is definitely the team to beat in 5A. And if they come out and play Walker Valley football, they definitely should go undefeated in the region.
Jason?
Yeah, I'm 100% with Greg on that. Yeah, you just look at that region, and I really think that Walker Valley, just seeing them on the field tonight with Cleveland, especially with the way they've came back and they didn't fold, I really think they're a formidable opponent in that region.
So we go to the third quarter, 22-20. Cleveland will kick off. Walker Valley won the coin toss and deferred to the second half. So we'll see if that was a very good decision on their part. Cleveland did score their first three possessions, as Greg and Jason pointed out, but then got shut down by their mistakes and Walker Valley's inspired playing. So we've got a real ball game here at Raiderville.
Terry, these first two drives of the third quarter may be the difference in this ball game, to see how these two teams handle these first two drives.
Absolutely. As Cleveland Sloan Bolaños will kick off, hash mark his side of the field, high and deep, and this one will stay in before going to the goal line and returning from the 3-yard line to the 10, to the 20, late hit at the 25-yard line. Cleveland hits late. That's going to add about 15 more, as a nice return that time by Hudson McCooch. So we'll see where they stop walking after a late hit by Cleveland, which was obvious. So make that, instead of McCooch, number 3, Spencer McCooch. So he's up and off the field. And when they stop walking, Walker Valley has a great field position at their 42.
Minimum is what they call that.
And
just not a smart play.
No, you can't do the obvious. I mean, people in the stands who are on the other side of the field saw that one.
I wasn't even looking. I was looking down at my computer and saw it.
You're very talented, Greg.
Some would say no to that. Most would say no to that.
And first snap. Here's a give, and in the backfield is A.J. Westfield. He almost took the handoff. Spencer McCooch had no chance on that one at all. The ball was put in his hand by Dosum Stum, and there was A.J. Westfield, and he probably weighs more than both of them put together.
Do you think somebody missed a block right there, or what happened?
Yeah, it's a very, very good possibility of that.
Another split second, and he takes that handoff.
Stum, good snap. And it's going to be Spencer McCooch again. He'll be short of the 40, up to the 38. Third and long coming up. Two good plays by the Cleveland defensive line.
I just don't understand what they're doing. They spread it out in the second quarter and move the football, and they come out to start the third quarter in that bunch package with three guys behind the line. I don't understand that. I just, again, I'm not a coach, but you were effective in the spread. Why not stay there?
3rd and 13. Eulo wide to the right side in front of the Walker Valley bench, covered by Shropshire. Big mismatch. And it's going to be a screen pass. It's going to be caught at the 38-yard line. Cleveland dumps him at the 42. So pass is complete, but Cleveland didn't fall for the screen. Spencer McCooch there on the receiving end of the ball and the tackle. He's upended, and it's going to be 4th and 9 coming up for Walker Valley. So back in punting formation, senior Dylan True.
They need a good punt right here. Again, I said the first 2 possessions are big. Walker Valley had the momentum. They just lost it. Now, let's see what happens on the punt here and see what Cleveland can do on this possession.
4-man line. They didn't have everybody on the line. Cleveland, that is. True gets it away, and it's going to roll and roll and roll, going inside the 10 near the 6-yard line. Ball rolls on Raider field.
That's a home roll there. That's not an away roll.
So, yeah, inside the 10, Cleveland starting worst field position by either team to start a drive tonight, as we're in the early third quarter, 22-20. Greg and Jason, I can just imagine some people who were listening in the first quarter, and Cleveland goes up 22-0, and they come back here maybe the start of the third quarter, and it's 22-20. They're thinking, what happened?
That's what everybody's thinking. I think even the people that were here.
I was already thinking about a running clock in the second half.
Easy.
Here's the give. Davis, and hit from behind, knocked forward. Absolutely smacked from behind. He had been stopped and turned around, and then hit hard by the secondary man and knocked him forward. Second hitter. So still down near the 10-yard line.
McGowan is in at quarterback to start the second half.
Here's Davis right side. The cut upfield across the 15 near the 16, and that should move the chains.
Nope.
Not quite.
Yeah, I think it's going to be
but no cigar.
3rd and 1.
So 1 yard to go, ball resting at the 15. Cleveland late getting a player in.
Davis came off the field after that run, and they had to get
Parker
into the game quickly.
So 2 tight ends to the left side. Good snap. There's Parker, and Parker may not have gotten it. They may have stopped him short on 3rd and 1. So 4th down, Cleveland. The Walker Valley D steps up big time. So Westfield comes in.
Yeah, they bring in Carroll and Westfield in. Let's see if they actually go for it.
On 4th and 1.
Maybe it's close to 2.
And we get a timeout by Walker Valley.
So Walker Valley had 12 people on the field. Coach Akins just lost his ever-loving mind right there. But, yeah, because Cleveland could have snapped that, and they would have had 12 men on the field.
Well, let's see how things change. That's Walker Valley's first time out of the half, of course, with 8:32 to go in the third quarter, 22-20 Cleveland on top. I would be surprised on 4th and 1 down near the 15-yard line, Greg, that Cleveland goes for it.
I think they're going to go for it, Terry.
All right.
I would be surprised as well, but I think they're going to go for it.
Well, trying to make a statement, maybe?
Exactly. I think so.
I'm just kind of curious, guys, of why they didn't run that package on 3rd and 1.
Because they were trying to go fast.
Yeah.
They were trying to go fast. But when Davis came off the field and Parker had to come into the game quickly, they probably should have paused right there and, like you say, come in with that package.
So after the Walker Valley timeout.
A huge play. This is a ball game play.
Cleveland gets Walker Valley to jump off sides as Cleveland moved about 4 linemen and Walker Valley went for it. So a huge call that time by Cleveland. Yeah, a nice call from the Cleveland bench, because when you had about 4 linemen moving, Walker Valley's instinct is to jump when they see the man moving like that.
That's first a huge play. Huge play.
Davis back in there. A direct snap, Braden Carroll, and Braden will carry for a few yards. Well, You expect Cleveland, as long as he's in there for the direct snap, it's going to be a run.
Yeah, they're Cleveland. I'm not sure what kind of arm Braden Carroll's got, but there's going to come a time that he's going to throw it, and it's going to go for a long gain.
Inside reverse across the 25 to the 28-yard line. Nice run that time by Cleveland. Nice inside reverse to Isaiah Davis. They ran that once or twice last week up at McMinn.
Yeah, he's 15 carries, 89 yards right now.
Braden Carroll still at quarterback on 3rd and 1.5 yards, and they lose the ball. Well, I don't know if he wasn't ready for it or what. I don't know if the center snapped it early, but somehow the ball is fumbled. It's recovered by A.J. Westfield, and now 4th down, and there'll be no fakes here.
Yeah, he tried to run with the football before he got the football.
So a 4th down coming up for Cleveland. Their first possession of the second half. They're going to punt it away from their 21-yard line.
Neither team could gain momentum.
Low snap. Bologna scoops it, and a nice punt. High, a long hang time, fair catch at the 46.
I'm not sure J.M. Smith didn't make contact with him right there. That maybe should have been a penalty.
Yeah, very, very close there. So second time in the third quarter, Walker Valley has the ball. Clock shows 6:55. The score 22-20. Cleveland on top. Same score that we've had at halftime. Cleveland's 22 points coming in the first quarter. Walker Valley's 20 coming in the second quarter. And coming out for Walker Valley, and help me with that name again, Greg.
Dawson Stum or which one?
No.
Dasikowicz.
Dasikowicz.
I think that's how you pronounce it.
That's
his mom is the assistant basketball coach for the ladies.
So Dasikowicz in the ball game. Here's Stum handing off. Up the middle they go. Just power football forward for a couple of yards.
Javen Hall on the carry.
So I've noticed Javen Hall's usually running between the tackles, Greg.
He is. Yeah, he's a strong runner. He runs hard.
Dasikowicz out of the game. So 2nd and 8 after that 2-yard pickup. Ulo wide to the right side in front of the Walker Valley bench. Ball to be snapped at the 48 of the Mustangs. Good snap. Here comes the pressure. He's hit as he throws the ball, but he gets it complete over to Hall at midfield. Collision at the 45. Close to a first. So a screen pass, and give Stum credit. He got the pass away and then was hammered by 3 Blue Raiders. But it's 3rd and 1. We may have a direct snap here as Stum is out of the game. 3rd and 1 at the Cleveland 45. Power to the right side. They'll run, and it's a first down and more near the 40. And the back judge throws a flag. The face mask apparently on Cleveland. We'll hold it and make sure. Dasikowicz got the first down with that power running of about 5 yards. So, ball at the 41, and now it's going to be moved further. They stop walking at the Cleveland 26-yard line. Walker Valley scores, and they're on top right now. Or they will be on top.
I just got word. Diskevich. Thanks to Coach Campbell. Yeah, thanks to Coach Campbell for correcting that for us. Appreciate that, Coach.
Apologies. Thanks, Coach. So Diskevich in there, or was in there. Here's Stum looking down the right sideline, 1-on-1, and it's going to be pass interference.
Yep.
Again. So, a big push down there for Cleveland. As
he pushed him. I thought it was a good call.
No doubt that that was interference. Second time it's happened.
It's Terry. That is such a mismatch down there. Ulo's got such great hands, great body control. Ulo's a great player. He's going to play somewhere on Saturdays.
Yeah.
But he's got such a height advantage and everything on Shropshire that it's almost inevitable that he's got to push him and try to get position there, or again, it's a touchdown for Ulo.
Same end zone, same place in the end zone. We saw the first call in the first half about that same thing, and so definitely a correct call. And here's the power package out, and he is hit and never brought down, but stopped. Ulo stopped on the direct snap. But Ulo's such a mismatch for the Cleveland corners.
Yeah, that's Ulo right there. I mean, running again. I don't know why Walker Valley's not spreading the field, because that's when they're moving the football. It's when they're spreading the field.
2nd and 10, and Ulo again over the left guard. He's got a few yards, and now is pulled back. Westfield pulls him by the shoulder pads backwards. So Ulo will gain 3 on the play. 3rd and 7 coming up at the Cleveland 10-yard line. 3rd and 7 in a 22-20 game.
Big play. There's been so many big plays in this game, just momentum changers and all that, and this is another one of them.
And Stum is not in there, or is?
Stum
he
came back.
comes in. Stum is back in there.
McCooch back in the game. Ulo back at wide receiver. Ulo, again, one-on-one over there with Hubbard.
Good snap. Here's again. They run to the right side, to the 10, to the 5, and down. First down. McCooch gets the first down. Spencer McCooch on the carry.
I don't think he got it, Terry. I think he's short.
You're right, Greg, as they needed the 3, and he got to the 5, so it will be 4th down. Greg, correct on that one.
Yeah, that nice job by Shropshire coming up and making that tackle before he got there.
So Noah Campbell comes on. So Noah Campbell to attempt the field goal, a senior kicker. And this one will be 21 yards. Noah Campbell, hash mark, Walker Valley side, kick in the air. Wow. Walker Valley has the lead at 23-22. They have scored 23 unanswered on Cleveland since the first quarter. And with 2:50 to go in the third quarter, that field goal by Campbell, brought to you by Duracell. Duracell is hiring, so keep in mind about Duracell. Duracell Cleveland is now hiring. Benefits start from day one. Duracell.com. So we keep it right here with this break. Guys, Blue Raiders have seen a 22-point lead evaporate.
Yeah, and you can look across the field here, Terry, and it just looks like the Blue Raiders are deflated. It looks like they have no life. You look below us, Walker Valley's down here jumping around. They're excited to be where they're at right now, and Cleveland just looks absolutely deflated.
So Walker Valley's kickoff from their 40.
Walker, again, 23 unanswered points right here, and Walker Valley has what is their issue with trying to get kickers out on the field? The kicker's always the last person out on the field. It's like, dude, you knew you were about to kick off. That's what, after you kick a field goal, you have to kick off.
So in the middle of the field, Campbell to boot it away. He just gave Walker Valley the lead at 23-22. Clock showing 2:50 to go in the third quarter. Stay tuned. This is going to be an exciting game the rest of the way. So Campbell approaches, and nice kick will be taken at the 8-yard line by Smith. Cuts it to the left side, 20, 30, down the sideline, 40, and down at the 45-yard line. Campbell, the kicker, makes the tackle. So Campbell did his job, a nice kick.
and liked himself for doing it.
That's twice. Yeah, that's twice in this game that they kick over to Jayun Smith, and he starts to the middle and cuts it to the short side, the left side, and had running room.
Put Cleveland in great field position.
So the Walker Valley side gets loud after
that was
going
really
on top.
loud.
Collins wide to the left. Hubbard, the slot receiver, now in motion back toward the quarterback. And McGowan hands off. Here's Davis, got a block. Midfield, 45, first down. Isaiah Davis for 11. And Greg will tell us how many that makes Isaiah for the game.
That puts him right at 100 yards. So he's 16 for 100 right now.
Over 300 yards in the first two games. Went over the 200 mark last week in Athens. Here is McGowan. McGowan looking deep over the middle. Incomplete. Good coverage by Walker Valley there. Pass intended for Braden Carroll, but he was covered nicely by Spencer McCouche. No, excuse me, wrong number. Michael Wood, nice coverage.
Wood's done a nice job in coverage. Sam Sarton, about the 30-yard line over here on the right side, was wide open because all the coverage went with Carroll, and Sarton was wide open over on the side. Cleveland used the tight end in the first quarter and haven't gone back to the tight end since then.
Davis up the middle, nothing there. He's knocked down. The three of us have talked about it the first three games of the year, in the fact that Cleveland loves the deep ball, and sometimes you've got a lot of receivers. Sam Sarton, a possession receiver. Other guys are possession receivers, and they're not finding them. McGowan on the run. Pass. Touchdown! Touchdown. McGowan on the run. Threw a bomb. All that Smith had to do was run under it. The Blue Raiders have just scored on a beautiful pass by McGowan, who is showing a shotgun of an arm here tonight, Jason.
Yeah, you look at that. He threw it well. It wasn't underthrown. We've seen some passes underthrown or thrown into coverage. Receiver was behind the DB, and he just laid it right in there perfect. Like what the defense was giving him.
And a quick snap and running in, Sawyer Boyd for 2 points. And Greg, after you get that into the computer, you had some comments about that touchdown.
Yeah, like I said, I mean, you don't need to throw to the tight ends. You need to throw it deep to Smith. That's the play.
I think you just got to give what the defense is taking. You got to take what the defense is giving you. And a lot of times this year we have seen that tight end open. But why take the risk every time going deep like that, like we saw last week? But that was a nice pass, nice throw and catch right there by the Blue Raiders.
That was on the move. That was a 40. He threw that about 45 yards on the move right there. Nice pass, and Smith cleared the defense right there and was able to be wide open.
And so a coming out party for McGowan here in this game, Greg, and on the numbers.
I'll
come back.
No, you're yeah. Talk for just a second. Let me go back. I was doing the scoring. Sorry, my bad.
Young sophomore quarterback. McGowan has thrown a couple of beautiful deep balls tonight, and that one, as Greg pointed out, he was rolling right. I thought it was a sure run, but he saw Smith downfield and nailed him at the goal line.
12 of 14, 155 yards, a touchdown, and an interception.
And if I'm not mistaken, didn't McGowan lay it down here right in the chest?
The one he dropped.
Yes,
yeah, that was McGowan.
So that could have been another long touchdown right there.
Here's the Raider kickoff taken inside the 10-yard line, in trouble, and Cleveland will cover at the 18-yard line. So Walker Valley played a quarter and a half of hard football to take a 1-point lead, and Cleveland comes right back and takes a lead back on a beautiful pass from McGowan. Returning the kickoff, Michael Wood. Michael gets it to the 19 of Walker Valley.
That's a big answer right there for Cleveland. I mean, they hadn't scored since the first quarter, so big answer right there with 1:29 left in the third quarter.
Eulo wide to the wide side of the field. That's the Cleveland side of the field. Tight coverage on him. They might want to move a safety over closer, in my opinion. Here's a give, and they go to the opposite side, and a flag on the play. Getting knocked down was Javen Hall, but flags flying.
Yeah, that's a 15-yard face mask. He got tackled by the head on that one.
So on Hubbard of Cleveland, that's going to be a first down up to the 34-yard line of Walker Valley. Clock will show 1:21 to go in the third. Don't go away. Fourth quarter coming up in a few moments. Anybody's ball game, and then Hardy's Friday Night Blitz when we finish.
Cleveland 4 penalties for 60 yards here in the third quarter.
And, Greg, they've not gone for the 5-yarders. They've gone for the full load. 15.
All 4 in the third quarter are 15-yarders.
Right sideline, intended for Yulo, and complete at the 30-yard line of Cleveland as Hubbard was covering. Hubbard looked back quickly to see if there was a flag. No flag. That one just about 3 yards overthrown.
Ray County come back to take the lead on Knox Central 28-14 in the fourth.
Wow. Coach Harvey's going to do a good job over there across the river.
Most definitely. They've got the Lockerbie boys up there. Ted and Clark are both coaching there. So a lot of Cleveland influence over there.
Stum looks to the sideline. Can't draw Cleveland off. Cleveland, 6 men on the line. Here's a give and tackle in the backfield. Loss of a couple of yards as no chance that time for Walker Valley's Wood. Michael Wood, no chance at all. Oh, it's number 7, my fault. It was Javen Hall. My mistake there. Thanks, Greg. Hall will come out, and now McCooch will come in.
Again, Walker Valley running those tight formations, getting themselves in third and long. I don't understand it.
3rd and 11 coming up late in the third quarter. Cleveland on top as they reset McCooch. Stum looks, going to run, didn't have anybody open, and he'll make the 36-yard line and be knocked down. So 4th down for the Mustangs, and they probably will not get this kick off before the end of the quarter, and they don't. At the end of 3 here on Mix 104.1, Terry Evans, Greg Phillips, Jason Hildebrand telling you it's 30-23, Cleveland on top.
Captain, the ship's under attack. Asteroid storm coming from all directions. We need the best team to repair this exterior damage now.
Langley Roofing? Seriously?
Get Langley Roofing on the phone right now. Captain's orders.
Every season has its own way of attacking your roof from every angle. The quality and warranty of Langley Roofing performs so well at the best price. So when you love your roof, let Langley quote any repair or replacement. When you see a fit roof, chances are it's a Langley. Visit our family at langleyroofs.com.
Our legal system is complex, and your case may impact several areas of the law. Don't just hire a lawyer who focuses on one thing. Hire a team of experienced attorneys ready to handle your case wherever it may lead. Call Logan Thompson, one of the area's most respected law firms. From personal injury to criminal and family law, from contract disputes to disability, the team at Logan Thompson will work together to ensure you are well represented and well compensated. Logan Thompson, we fight to win.
Anybody's ball game as we go to the fourth quarter, 30-23 in favor of Cleveland High School. The kick is blocked, and picking it up, the Blue Raiders, and down to the 17-yard line. Cleveland blocks a punt of Walker Valley. Coming up big time was Lorenzo Tyson, a senior, a defensive end, another one of the Blue Raiders we talked to in Meet the Raiders on our pregame program, but we have a discussion at the 15 by the officials.
I don't know what there is to discuss. He blocked the punt. He took off.
So the kicking to Walker Valley call for the face mask. So It's going to be half the distance, and that will put it to the 9-yard line. So Cleveland, a good defensive play to start the fourth quarter. A score here will be huge.
What a game-changing and adrenaline-changing play right there.
Cleveland up at 30-23. And it's going to be McGowan as the quarterback for the Blue Raiders. The young sophomore has shown a tremendous arm tonight. Davis standing behind McGowan. Davis with the ball. Left side, bounces it outside. Walker Valley has him, and he's down at the 10. So a loss of a couple of yards. Give the ball to Cleveland, second down from the 10.
Cleveland's had zero success trying to bounce the ball outside. Walker Valley their defense has done a great job of closing when they try to get it. Wow.
Oh, another face mask penalty against Walker Valley. That changes everything.
And it's an automatic first down.
So ball inside the 5, resting at the 4-yard line. What a game changer. The block punt and 2 penalties back-to-back against Walker Valley. Westville in there to block. And this will be a direct snap to Braden Carroll. Offensive line changes formation. Direct snap. Here's Braden Carroll. Blockers out front. Cuts it wide. Flags on the play. He'll go into the end zone. It'll come back. Another touchdown to be called back. And so
Charette, they got Charette on a hold right there.
Charette is so big he doesn't have to hold.
Yeah, but he held
and got caught. So wipe out the score by Braden Carroll. As Carroll will be, he'll be coming over to talk with Coach Tigard. So Braden Carroll will stay in the game.
Yeah, that's a hold on Charette right there. He got mixed up with Walker Valley's number 9, Nunez, and Charette got called. Then they had a little extracurricular activity afterwards, but no call on that. So it'll be first and goal from the 13.
And we go left, wide side, cutting it upfield. Braden Carroll, he's going to walk it in. From 11 out, Braden Carroll, this one will count.
Cleveland got away with a hold right there in the backfield, right in front of the official. There was a hold there that they didn't call.
And we have a Mustang down where that collision happened. And so Cleveland will score running wide left this time. So the first touchdown wiped out, holding on Cleveland, and they go left and score. So it's going to be 36-23 Cleveland as they attend to an injured Mustang. We'll take a 60-second break to be back. This is Sports on Mix 104.1.
Ready to take your career to the next level? At Tennessee Wesleyan University in Athens, our degree completion programs are designed with your busy life in mind. Whether you're balancing work, family, or both, our online classes make it possible to finish your degree on your terms. Degrees are offered in business, criminal justice, and nursing. Join a Tennessee Wesleyan family that's dedicated to your success with personalized support to help you every step of the way. Visit tnwesleyan.edu to learn more.
At Southland Finance, they are neighbors helping neighbors. Personal, installment, and consolidation loans up to $20,000. If you need extra cash, call the team at Southland Finance. They offer a convenient drive-through and an after-hours drop box for payments. Southland Finance is located at 950 25th Street, right in front of Ace Hardware. Call them at 423-458-3007 or visit them online at southlandfinance.net. All loans subject to credit approval.
It's coming off the field under his own power for the Mustangs after being shaken up in the backfield on that touchdown run by Cleveland. Mason Alexander. Mason slowly coming off the field, but under his own power. So the holder will be Green on the point after attempt by Sloan Bolaños. Stevens is a long snapper. Good snap. Green gets it down. Kicking there by Bolaños is good. He's not missed this year. Cleveland will extend the lead to a 37-23 count, and we'll be back in 60. Sportsville Mix 104.1, supplied all season long by Wholesale Supply Group, open to the public.
Imagine a truck that doesn't just own the road, it dominates it. It's not just about the destination. It's about the journey. And our new GMC Sierra is elevating every moment of that journey for me. It's not just a truck. It's a lifestyle. Don Ledford didn't just sell me a truck. They saw the lifestyle I wanted, and they found me that truck.
Hey, it's Josh with exciting news from Wholesale Supply. I want to introduce you to Piper's Picks, now available in our Chattanooga, Cleveland, and Dalton markets. Thanks to our partnership with Piper Strummett and our friends at Progress Lighting, Piper's Picks brings you the latest trends and styles in decorative lighting. Browse our curated selection in our showrooms and make lighting your project easier than ever. Visit Wholesale Supply today and discover Piper's Picks, where style meets innovation. To find out more information and a location near you, visit wholesalesupply.us for more.
Seconds into the fourth quarter, Cleveland up at 37-23. Greg, you're talking about up, down, in, out. This has been one unusual game.
I'm worn out, Terry. We've got 11 minutes in this one, and I'm worn out. No, it has. It's been a game of momentum, and it's been a game of runs. And that, basically Cleveland jumped out 22. Walker Valley ran off 23 straight. And now Cleveland's run off another 14 straight. So it's just been a game of runs.
And Walker Valley receives the the kickoff on a one hopper at the 5-yard line, 10-15 to the 20 as a return by Walker Valley's Hudson McCooch. The senior, his brother Spencer, a junior. They haven't gone to Hudson at all tonight.
They haven't thrown him the ball at all tonight. I was just thinking that, Terry, when you said that. He hasn't. I think he's got one catch. Let me make sure. If whoever's doing the stats for us should know that already. He's 1 for 6. He's got one catch for 6 yards tonight, and that's the only time they've thrown to him.
So. Yulo has drawn all the attention, and rightfully so. What a player. Cleveland can't get their defensive line lined up. Here is Stum. Pressure. Cleveland misses a tackle. Pass is going to be caught at the 22-yard line and out of bounds. Braden Carroll forces Roundtree out of bounds. Roundtree has been a great safety valve tonight.
Yeah, so that's his third catch for 45 yards. And he had that 33-yard touchdown.
From the 22-yard line, Walker Valley football, let's get it straight, had my mind about Coach Campbell calling in a while ago.
Yeah, so the defense saved Cleveland right there because Yulo was wide open in the coming down the sidelines, and he couldn't get the ball off to him because he was under pressure.
Coach is next to us yelling.
Yeah,
Cleveland's going to call a timeout. They are just down from us here in the press box, and they were pounding the wall, screaming, yelling.
Well, there was nobody covered Yulo. Yulo was by himself over here. Didn't have anybody covering him.
Nothing like living dangerous.
Hey, it's one way. It's one way to play.
Let's take a 30-second one and be back. It's Cleveland by 14 here in the fourth quarter. 10:46 on the clock. 37-23. Cleveland will be back in 30.
At Southland Finance, they are neighbors helping neighbors. Personal, installment, and consolidation loans up to $20,000. If you need extra cash, call the team at Southland Finance. They offer a convenient drive-through and an after-hours drop box for payments. Southland Finance is located at 950 25th Street, right in front of Ace Hardware. Call them at 423-458-3007 or visit them online at southlandfinance.net. All loans subject to credit approval.
Even though we have almost 11 minutes to go in the fourth quarter, Guys, I don't think Cleveland can rest easy. They've shown that they gave up a 22-point lead. They're up 14 now, but it's a long, long way to the end of this game.
Walker Valley's offense is just so dangerous.
Here's Stum. He doesn't find a receiver. He's going to be sacked. A Food City sack by A.J. Westfield. So A.J. Westfield gets the first sack on the game on Stum, and it's going to be 3rd and long. Food City with a new location out on Georgetown Road, also on McGrady Drive, and also on Keith Street here in Cleveland. So 3rd and very long. Stum, McCooch beside him. Stum, here they come. It's a screen pass. Pass is caught near the 10-yard line and just short of a first down. McCooch catches and gains about 15 yards, but it's going to be a few short. So no wonder the right side of the D-line was untouched, set up a screen perfectly.
Yeah, and but Walker Valley receiver missed a block right there, or that could have been a lot. That could have gone a lot longer.
4th and 5. Will they go for it from their own 25? 4th and 5. Stum wants to draw them off. Cleveland didn't bite. We'll see if they actually go for it. 4th and 5. Yes. Here's Stum. Draw play.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, they lose yardage. Ball on the floor. It doesn't matter. At the 15-yard line, it's going to be Cleveland ball. Well, a draw play on 4th and 5, and
what in the world
runner
was that?
Never had a chance on the draw play. It just gave Cleveland time to get to him, and then the fumble ball, and Cleveland takes over.
A draw play, 4th and 5 at your own 20. Woo.
So,
that's a call.
That one's a question mark.
Yeah, that's again, Ulo is your best offensive player. You got to try to put the ball in his hands some way.
So ball goes over on downs. Cleveland will have it at the Walker Valley 15 and 9:14 on the clock. Here's McGowan, hands off Davis, wide left, going for Richmond. He's not quite there yet, but he does get inside the 10. Davis will be playing at Richmond next year, so he's running that way. Gets to the 3-yard line.
111 yards, 19 carries, and a touchdown for Isaiah Davis.
So over 5 yards a carry. I think he was averaging 8 a carry coming in, as Westfield will come in for blocking purposes. And let's see if it's going to be
looking at this other
Braden Carroll on the direct snap. Carroll straight up the gut behind Westfield will go in from 3 yards out, and Cleveland has added another TD. So Blue Raiders have scored 3 in a row after Walker Valley took the lead. 8:28 on the clock. So Blue Raiders go up by 3 TDs. It was a long dry spell for Cleveland. They didn't score in the second quarter, and finally came to life here in the second half. So Green to hold the long snap by Stevens, and Bolaños, who hasn't missed this year, still hasn't missed on the point after. We'll go to break. Cleveland up in this one, 44-23, and we'll be back in 60.
Love supporting local? Then you'll love shopping with Crown Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Cleveland, your hometown dealer. We're happy to be part of this community and proud to serve you with the better way to buy and service.
We strive to have something for everyone in our inventory. Come find your perfect rod today,
and we'll deliver yours to your door. Visit your hometown dealer today. Crown Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Cleveland, the better way to buy and service.
Is your home too hot in the summer and too cold in the winter? At Central Heat and Air, your local HVAC experts, we've got you covered. Our top-notch technicians provide fast, reliable service to keep your home comfortable year-round. From installation to maintenance, we handle it all. You'll never be left out in the cold or the heat. Call Central Heat and Air today at 423-478-7778. That's 423-478-7778. Or visit us online at docsair.com. That's DOCSAIR.com. Central Heat and Air, your healthy home company.
Touchdowns brought to you by Tennessee Valley Urology, tnvalleyurology.com, with offices in Cleveland and Athens. Extra points by Independent Insulation Services, your spray foam experts. 423-716-3762, Independent Insulation Services.
Terry, I have an interesting statistic for you. Not really a statistic. So Walker Valley scores the first 22 points of the game.
Cleveland.
Sorry, goodness gracious. I've already messed it up now. Now, Cleveland scores the first 22 points of the game. Walker Valley runs off 20. Now Cleveland has run off 22 again. So two 22-point runs for Cleveland.
It's a mysterious game tonight at Raiderville.
It is a game of runs.
So ball will be placed at the 20 as it goes into the end zone.
It's a 3-touchdown game. This one may be out of reach, Terry. Never say never, but this one may be out of reach.
Clock shows 8:28 here in the fourth. And Stum will roll right. Has time this time. First time tonight. Now he's going to run. Now he's going to be sandwiched between two Blue Raiders. And he's brought down at the 25-yard line. His best run of the game. Wide to the right for the Mustangs will be Luke Hayden, a sophomore wide receiver. They're not thrown any Luke's way tonight.
He's a big, tall receiver as well.
Slotted inside of him will be Hudson McCooch. And Ulo, single coverage on the left side. Hubbard guarding him. Here is Stum hit as he throws the ball, and it's going to be ruled an incomplete pass intended for Spencer McCooch. But Stum, welcome to the Raider turf by Westfield and Friends.
He's going to be seeing Westfield in his nightmare, in his dreams tonight.
Well, he'll be the third quarterback this year, won't he, Jason, to see Westfield over and over. I never knew a zero could be so big.
No, and I keep going back to those poor DBs at Clinton and linebackers trying to make a tackle on it when it's on offense.
Here's Stum looking, hit again as he's thrown. And this time Westfield's not the one, but give credit to the Blue Raiders coming in to knock down the quarterback is David Denatolas. He had a great game last week up at McMinn County.
Has played well tonight as well.
And fourth down for the Mustangs, 4th and long, and so it appears there'll be no fourth down attempt at conversion here. So standing back there to kick it away, senior Dylan True.
Cleveland has 12 people on the field for the record, if anybody cares.
And a good snap. True, the left-footed kicker, gets it away and is going to hit near midfield and finally roll out of bounds inside the Cleveland 45. So again, great field position for the Blue Raiders. What they want is that clock to run.
Yeah, there's a penalty flag down, but it's not for Cleveland having 12 people on the field. It's for a late hit. So nobody cared that there was 12 on the field.
Just a minor detail, Greg.
Yeah, details.
Personal foul on Cleveland.
It's on Boyd.
So they won't have exactly the good field position that we thought. Ball at the 31 of the Blue Raiders after the mark-off. You really don't need 15-yarders at this stage in the game.
No, definitely not. That's just not a good call. Especially, again, when you've got a 3-touchdown lead, don't make good decisions and keep your head.
And it's going to be McGowan out there as the quarterback. I believe he's played the entire second half, Greg.
That's what I was just sitting here wondering if Stevens has been in the game in the second half, but I think it's been McGowan the entire half.
So, ball at the 31 of Cleveland, up by 3 scores. And here's a give, Jayon Smith, and he is knocked down behind the line of scrimmage. The wide play didn't go wide enough. Good D that time by Walker Valley. So make it a 2nd and 11 at the Cleveland 30-yard line. But the clock is running. 7 minutes to go in the ball game. Cleveland up at 44-23. Greg gave the stat of the game a while ago. 22 for Cleveland. Walker Valley takes a 23-22 lead, and Cleveland's come back with 22 again in a row. Another run and breaking tackles and lunging forward. Tough running that time by Davis. And it's going to be 3rd down coming up for Cleveland. Davis adding to his yards tonight.
20 for 118.
Going out for the Blue Raiders, Lacorius Eddings. 3rd down, 4. And here is Davis left side, makes one miss. They hit him from behind and knock him forward. I think that's enough for the first.
I think it is.
So the chains will move. Clock momentarily will stop for a second and then be put in play again as we have 6 minutes to go in this one. Cleveland can go to 3-0 for the season with holding on to this one. Going over to the left side, pass incomplete, coming back for the ball, intended receiver Braden Carroll. That one's well short of everybody.
What are you doing there? You've got the clock running.
I don't know.
Let it run.
And coming, short pattern too. I mean, along the sideline. So
yeah, if you're going to throw a pass right there, it needs to be a 40-yarder. This is where you, instead of throwing the short one, this is where you do throw the long one.
Here's a give. Davis up the middle to near midfield.
Yeah, up by 3 scores, guys. I mean, it kind of makes sense at this point. You don't take risks. You don't let them get back in the game and get a cheap turnover off of you. You just take care of business and keep it conservative. Walk out of here with a win.
5:30 on the clock and running with that run by Davis. 3rd down coming up. They need 6 for a first across midfield to the Walker Valley 48. Little pass out to Sawyer Boyd. Blockers in front. He's got a first. He's on his way. 40, 30, cuts back against the grain. 20, 10, touchdown, Sawyer Boyd.
Wow.
And he did a lot of that on his own.
That's one of the fastest men in the state and a high hurdler.
He just showed why.
Yeah.
What a beautiful pass and run by Sawyer Boyd.
That was pretty.
What do you think about that one, Jason Hildebrand?
I was wondering if Boyd was going to be able to score after he made that cut to the inside, but he made it look easy. I tell you that. That was impressive. That was an impressive run.
That's his 4th catch for 84 yards, so he's had a nice night.
And he's lined up wide right, not as a receiver, just as a blocker. But what is the discussion with the umpire, the referee, and Coach Taggart? I'm not sure what that's all about. Cleveland sending another one on the field.
Yeah, there's a flag on the 5-yard line, Terry. I don't know what it's about.
That's his second penalty. They're lucky they didn't call unsportsmanlike conduct because he would be suspended.
So, all right. So Sawyer Boyd, touchdown, but flag on the play. Here's a point after kick, and it's good.
Got to make good decisions. I mean, again, I know this game's out of reach, but you got to make good decisions.
And 5:04 on the clock. Cleveland goes up at 51-23, and we'll be back in 60.
Smith Family McDonald's salutes all student athletes and their families for the sacrifices they make on the field, but especially in the classroom. Smith Family McDonald's, a Cleveland and Bradley County tradition. Visit Smith Family McDonald's all across our area. Congratulations to Cleveland High School on the next 50 years from Smith Family McDonald's. Have you heard? The Town Squire presents Student of the Month. Come in and register if you attend Bradley, Cleveland, or Walker Valley. Win a t-shirt or performance knit pullover, drawing each month of the school year. The Town Squire's new slogan is offering t-shirts to tuxedos and anything in between. Flag shirts, suits, sport coats, and shoes. The Town Squire, your local clothier since 1977. The shop that appreciates the customer. Stewart Park Plaza, Key Street, Cleveland.
Cleveland balloons the lead to 51-23 over Walker Valley, and we're just over 5 minutes to go in this one. Hardy's Friday Night Blitz coming up, and I've not been informed if Andy Jenkins and Mr. Lovelace will be there. We will go with the assumption they will be. Two entertaining young men.
Terry, you wouldn't agree with that, but I was just sitting here counting up the penalties. So 16 penalties for 190 yards, and Cleveland is still up. That's a surprising thing is that they've got so many penalties and they're up that much.
A valid point.
Andy and Ryan will both be in on the on Friday Night Blitz.
Well, things are really humming if we got those two for Friday Night Blitz. They've had two good shows, and hopefully, guys, it's a ground ball to shortstop by Bolaños, and Walker Valley covers at the Cleveland 46-yard line. Great field possession. Yes, we're going to give those guys more time this week. The Clinton game went very long. Last week, rain delay, late kickoff. Tonight, guys, we hope to be out of here fairly quickly after we get the last 5 minutes off the clock. And so at 9:35 Eastern, Hardy's Friday Night Blitz will have a lot of time to take calls. And new runner in the game for Walker Valley. Let's pick up who that was.
Number 40.
We have Walker Valley, a player on the...
Malachi Martin.
King Collier was the runner there.
Malachi Martin.
Malachi Martin. On the roster, you have your line numbers, 1 through whatever, and then you have the jersey number, and I'm looking at the line number instead. So, anyway, can't confuse an old guy. So we have an injured Walker Valley guy. We'll take a break here. As next week, Cleveland will host Farragut in a region game. Walker Valley goes to Bradley. That will be a mixedtv.tv game with Steve Hartline, Stephen Shelton, Josh Rogers next week at Bradley. 4:52 to go, and we'll be back in 60.
Voitic Center for Orthopedic Care treats all orthopedic injuries, including neck and back pain. At Voitic Center for Orthopedic Care, insurance isn't a worry because they accept all insurances and can even get same-day appointments or even walk-ins. Digital x-rays are even on site. Voitic Center is also a certified concussion care specialist. Contact Dr. Voitic and his staff at 479-3600 for your appointment today.
Imagine this. Handheld pizza puff filled with mozzarella cheese and pizza sauce, topped with buttery garlic drizzle, with either 3 herbs or pepperonis. Well, it's a reality. Little Caesar's Crazy Puff. Pick them up at 3 locations, Paul Hupp, Key Street, or McGrady Drive, or order online.
Bradley Concrete and Lamcon Ready Mix is a family-owned business and has been serving Cleveland for 40 years. They work with customers large and small. Call Bradley Concrete at 423-479-4541 or visit lamcon.us to find out more.
Co-captain Bryson Farley was the Walker Valley Mustang helped off the field. Here's a give and short yardage gain that time for Walker Valley. Clock will show 4:30 and running in this one. And now Cleveland has a guy to go down. So Another timeout on the field. I don't know if it's a cramp situation or what, but one of the Blue Raiders all by himself over near the 50 just went down unexpectedly. So we'll take another break, send it back to Keeley. 4:25 on the clock. Cleveland 51, Walker Valley 23. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
At First Horizon, we know if there's a win, there's a way. Our team is here to help every step of the way with personal, business, or private banking. Stop by and visit us at one of our locations in Cleveland or give us a call at 423-559-7660. At First Horizon, we look forward to finding a way.
Pediatric Dentistry and Orthodontics of Chattanooga is excited to announce the opening of their new Cleveland location at 680 Stewart Road. Our new location is combined with pediatric dentistry and orthodontics all under one roof. From routine dental cleanings to braces, we've got you covered. We can't wait to see you at our beautiful new office. Give us a call to get scheduled at 423-541-5500 or visit www.pdoc.com. Pediatric Dentistry and Orthodontics of Chattanooga, where success starts with a smile.
This is Dr. Brian Beard with the Center for Cosmetic Dentistry. I'm here with my daughter and dental hygienist, Blakely Dillard. Blakely, what do you enjoy most about your job as a dental hygienist?
To me, it's more than just dental cleaning. I love getting to meet new people and building friendships for years and years to come.
Give us a call at 476-6541 and schedule your cleaning with us.
And the brewing controversy in the press box. Will Andy Jenkins be there or not? We got reports Andy's there, and the TV crew gets reports that Andy's not there. Andy, where are you? Okay. And
the world will never know.
This is getting so interesting. Walker Valley calls timeout trying to figure out if Andy's there or not. And so, once again, we need to take time to thank a lot of people. Without these people, you're not hearing Cleveland football on Mix 104.1. The Voitic Center for Orthopedic Care for all your orthopedic needs, Voitic.com. Dale's Heating and Air, just call Dales.com. Chick-fil-A, located on Key Street in Paul Huff. Download the Chick-fil-A app today. Crown, your Jeep and Ram headquarters in Southeast Tennessee. Brown, located I-75 at exit 20 in Cleveland. Jeep and Ram headquarters, Brown. As we said before, Extra Points by Independent Insulation Services, your spray foam experts. 423-716-3762. Duracell brings you the field goals. Stum under pressure, and Westfield has his second sack. Stum never had a chance there. A.J. Westfield, before he's through, if he doesn't get injured, what a future ahead of A.J. Westfield.
Yeah, and you look at him coming off the edge right there, and his first step was so quick on that play. Stum didn't have a chance. I mean, there was nowhere to go. I mean, he was just so fast.
Never said he was never able to even set his feet.
A heck of a game tonight by Westfield.
So back to punt again. Walker Valley. It will be Dylan True, the punter. Cleveland, I don't think they're really going to rush this one. And there's a flag delay of game. First one of the game. Clock is down to 2:37. So the score here with a couple of minutes to go is going to be 51-23, Cleveland over Walker Valley. Stay tuned for Hardy's Friday Night Blitz. The big question, the mystery, who can solve it? Andy Jenkins, will he be on Blitz, or will it be Ryan Lovelace by himself? Controversy in the press box. True gets the kick off, and it's going to hit, and almost to a Blue Raider. Now picked up to 30 by Cleveland, and a 5-yard pickup after the ball is bouncing. Hubbard gets 5 on the return.
Nice job picking the ball up there, not letting it continue to roll. So nice job by him right there.
I liked it for the simple point of, from our standpoint, we couldn't tell if he hit the player. From his standpoint, did he see him hit the player? But there was plenty of room to field the ball. So I think it's an excellent job of fielding that punt.
Cleveland to the offense with 2:15 on the clock. And let's see. Looks like Stevens in there as quarterback. No, that's McGowan. 10, not 16. Pass is going to be caught and slipping through tacklers again and again. Well, like a water bug, moving back and forth. And finally, they bring him down close to a first down. That was Hubbard. Has more moves than a magician. So he's going to be a yard short. 9 yards on the reception by Hubbard. Davis will go out. And Blue Raider coming in is Gage Parker. He's carried twice. And now this will be his third time up the gut for a yard and a half for a first down. A Cleveland Ford first down for Gage Parker. So getting near the point where Cleveland can run out the clock with 1:30 to go. Here's a pass going to be caught. Hubbard again down the left sidelines, knocked out of bounds and stopped the clock.
What are you doing?
So that will be close to a first. Let's see. Is it a first?
No,
nowhere near. He went out of bounds back near the 50. Here's a give, and Reggie Parker about 4 yards. They need the 45 for a first, and I think he touched the 46 as we go to the 105 mark of the ball game.
Why are they not kneeling on the football here? I don't get it.
And Parker bounces left side, some running room. He's got the first, and he's out of bounds at the 30-yard line. A big run by Parker. And so that will stop the clock, the out-of-bounds play. 51 seconds to go in this one. Parker up the middle, hit, bounces around, forced down inside the 30 to the 27. And clock at 40 seconds.
Teams tend to remember things like this.
Keeper, McGowan, wide right, still on his feet, and he goes down at the 27-yard line. That may do it right there. 20 seconds on the clock. And let's see. Cleveland is not going to snap it anymore.
I don't understand why they would. I don't know why you do that.
So the final tonight from Cleveland High School will be 51-23. Cleveland 51, Walker Valley 23. We'll be back in 2 minutes with the postgame show brought to you by the one and only, our good friends out on APD 40, Jenkins Restaurant.
Captain, the ship's under attack. Asteroid storm coming from all directions. We need the best team to repair this exterior damage now.
Langley Roofing? Seriously?
Get Langley Roofing on the phone right now. Captain's orders.
Every season has its own way of attacking your roof from every angle. The quality and warranty of Langley Roofing performs so well at the best price. So when you love your roof, let Langley quote any repair or replacement. When you see a fit roof, chances are it's a Langley. Visit our family at langleyroofs.com.
Our legal system is complex, and your case may impact several areas of the law. Don't just hire a lawyer who focuses on one thing. Hire a team of experienced attorneys ready to handle your case wherever it may lead. Call Logan Thompson, one of the area's most respected law firms. From personal injury to criminal and family law, from contract disputes to disability, the team at Logan Thompson will work together to ensure you are well represented and well compensated. Logan Thompson, we fight to win.
Ready to take your career to the next level? At Tennessee Wesleyan University in Athens, our degree completion programs are designed with your busy life in mind. Whether you're balancing work, family, or both, our online classes make it possible to finish your degree on your terms. Degrees are offered in business, criminal justice, and nursing. Join a Tennessee Wesleyan family that's dedicated to your success with personalized support to help you every step of the way. Visit tnwesleyan.edu to learn more.
At Southland Finance, they are neighbors helping neighbors. Personal, installment, and consolidation loans up to $20,000. If you need extra cash, call the team at Southland Finance. They offer a convenient drive-through and an after-hours drop box for payments. Southland Finance is located at 950 25th Street, right in front of Ace Hardware. Call them at 423-458-3007 or visit them online at southlandfinance.net. All loans subject to credit approval.
Cleveland remains undefeated on the year, 3-0 on the year. Here's Greg to wrap this one up with the Jenkins postgame show. First of all, Greg, are you ready for the postgame stats by Waste Connections?
Waste Connections postgame stats. I'm just going to hit the second half scoring. So Walker Valley hits a 25-yard field goal to take basically their only lead of the game to lead 23-22. And then it was all Cleveland from there. So McGowan to Smith, a 43-yard touchdown, 2-point conversion by Sawyer Boyd to make it 30-23. That was with 1:29 left in the third quarter, and that's how the third quarter would end. And then again, fourth quarter, all Cleveland. Braden Carroll had an 11-yard run. Bolaños with the extra point. Braden Carroll, a 4-yard run. Bolaños with the extra point. And then, what a phenomenal pass play by, it's a screen play, but Boyd took it to the house from 54 yards out. So, extra point by Bolaños, the final 51-23. Walker Valley tonight had, 6 penalties for 37 yards. Cleveland had 16 penalties for 190 yards. That definitely didn't hurt Cleveland tonight, though. So total offense for Walker Valley, 152 yards. What a phenomenal job by the defense. So, Tate Roundtree, 3 catches for 45 yards and a touchdown. Spencer McCooch, 9 carries, 19 yards and a touchdown. And Javen Hall, 8 carries, 40 yards and a touchdown. And Tosin Stum ended the night 8 for 14, 96 yards and a touchdown. For Cleveland, quarterbacks, so Stevens, who only played in the first half, excuse me as I'm coughing, 10 of 13, 121 yards and a touchdown. Casey McGowan, 12 of 14, 155 yards, and he had 2 touchdowns. So Cleveland, 276 total yards, 3 touchdowns through the air. Very efficient, 81% completion percentage. Isaiah Davis, 22 carries, 128 yards, so he goes over 100 yards again. Gage Parker, on the last drive when they should have been kneeling with the ball, had 7 carries for 30 yards. Braden Carroll, 5 for 20, and Braden had 3 touchdowns. So 170 yards rushing for Cleveland. So great job by Cleveland rushing the ball tonight. Receiving, Braden Carroll, 6 for 77. Collins, 3 for 27. Jayon Smith, 1 for 43 and a touchdown. Isaiah Davis, 3 for 12. And Sawyer Boyd, 4 for 84 and a touchdown. So Cleveland had 446 total yards of offense, 190 yards of penalty, and had 3 turnovers. I mean, typically when you talk about 190 yards and 3 turnovers, you're not talking about a 4 touchdown win. So that just tells you how well Cleveland played in spurts tonight.
Right. It was a hot and cold night. And now the Dale's Heating and Air player of the game. Just call Dales.com.
Terry, I went 2 or 3 different ways with this. I mean, you could give this to Sawyer Boyd because he played well. Braden Carroll had 3 touchdowns tonight. You could give it to him. You could give it to Antonio Westfield. He was disruptive all night long. So lots of players you could give it to, but I'll tell you who I'm going to give it to tonight because he was a difference maker, just being consistent. I'm going to give it to the kicker, Sloan Bolaños. He had 4, he kicked the ball off. He had 4 touchbacks. He made all of his extra points and had 2 or 3 great punts and had one punt that should have been down back there, and he was able to get a punt off for that. So I'm going to give the Dale's Heating and Air player of the game tonight to Sloan Bolaños.
A very good point, and that's going to wrap up the broadcast. Cleveland's victory over Walker Valley tonight. Stay tuned for Hardy's Friday Night Blitz. And good news, Mr. Andy Jenkins is in the house. He and Ryan Lovelace has Hardy's Friday Night Blitz coming up when we finish here. Thanks to Greg Phillips, Jason Hildebrand, 2 people you can count on every time in this old world where you don't count on too many. But Greg, Jason, thank you guys for always being here and doing what you do. For those two guys, Terry Evans saying, thank you for listening. Take care of yourself, live healthy, and stay tuned for Hardy's Friday Night Blitz. Thanks to Keeley, and we'll see you next week.
Imagine a truck that doesn't just own the road, it dominates it. It's not just about the destination. It's about the journey. And our new GMC Sierra is elevating every moment of that journey for me. It's not just a truck. It's a lifestyle. Don Ledford didn't just sell me a truck. They saw the lifestyle I wanted, and they found me that truck.
At Wholesale Supply, we're more than just a plumbing, electrical, and HVAC supplier. We're your partners in success. Join our family of customers today and experience the benefits of partnering with us. Enjoy free local delivery so you can focus on what you do best, getting the job done. With wholesale pricing, you'll save big on every purchase. Plus, our fast, friendly support team is here to assist you every step of the way. Our vast selection from top manufacturers ensures you'll find everything you need all under one roof. Find a location near you. Visit wholesalesupply.us for more. And remember, Wholesale Supply, open to the public.
Southland Finance, they are neighbors helping neighbors. Personal, installment, and consolidation loans up to $20,000. If you need extra cash, call the team at Southland Finance. They offer a convenient drive-through and an after-hours drop box for payments. Southland Finance is located at 950 25th Street, right in front of Ace Hardware. Call them at 423-458-3007 or visit them online at southlandfinance.net. All loans subject to credit approval.
Love supporting local? Then you'll love shopping with Crown Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Cleveland, your hometown dealer. We're happy to be part of this community and proud to serve you with the better way to buy and service. We strive to have something for everyone in our inventory. Come find your perfect ride today, and we'll deliver yours to your door. Visit your hometown dealer today. Crown Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Cleveland, the better way to buy and service.
Is your home too hot in the summer and too cold in the winter? At Central Heat and Air, your local HVAC experts, we've got you covered. Our top-notch technicians provide fast, reliable service to keep your home comfortable year-round. From installation to maintenance, we handle it all. You'll never be left out in the cold or the heat. Call Central Heat and Air today at 423-478-7778. That's 423-478-7778. Or visit us online at docsair.com. That's DOCSAIR.com. Central Heat and Air, your healthy home company.
Smith Family McDonald's salutes all student athletes and their families for the sacrifices they make on the field, but especially in the classroom. Smith Family McDonald's, a Cleveland and Bradley County tradition. Visit Smith Family McDonald's all across our area. Congratulations to Cleveland High School on the next 50 years from Smith Family McDonald's.
Did you know? The Town Squire presents the Student of the Month. Come in and register if you attend Lake Forest, Cleveland, or Ocoee Middle. Win a t-shirt or performance knit pullover, drawing each month of the school term. The Town Squire's new slogan, offering t-shirts to tuxedos and anything in between. Slacks, shirts, suits, sport coats, shoes. The Town Squire, locally owned and operated, a shop that appreciates the customer. Stewart Park Plaza, Keith Street, Cleveland.
Voitic Center for Orthopedic Care treats all orthopedic injuries, including neck and back pain. At Voitic Center for Orthopedic Care, insurance isn't a worry because they accept all insurances and can even get same-day appointments or even walk-ins. Digital x-rays are even on site. Voitic Center is also a certified concussion care specialist. Contact Dr. Voitic and his staff at 479-3600 for your appointment today.
When life gets busy, Little Caesars can be there to help with hot and ready pizzas and more from 4 to 8 p.m. You can't beat the taste of delicious pizza at a great price and hot and ready for dinner. 3 locations, Paul Hupp, Key Street, and McGrady Drive, or order online.
Bradley Concrete and Lamcon Ready Mix is a family-owned business and has been serving Cleveland for 40 years. They work with customers large and small. Call Bradley Concrete at 423-479-4541 or visit lamcon.us to find out more.
At First Horizon, we know if there's a win, there's a way. Our team is here to help every step of the way with personal, business, or private banking. Stop by and visit us at one of our locations in Cleveland or give us a call at 423-559-7660. At First Horizon, we look forward to finding a way.
You've been listening to Cleveland High School Blue Raider football on Mix 104.1 WCLE. Supplied by Wholesale Supply Group. Download the free Mix 104.1 app and listen on your phone or mobile device at mymix1041.com. The preceding has been a presentation of Mix 104.